On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, it's season 12, baby. It's finally here, and the boys are here to talk about it. We're going to go through all of the patch notes from top to bottom. We're going to start off with the things that we saw that were most important and gradually go down to some of the more, minor things, but still kind of important. It's in the patch notes. It's important. We're also going to have a discussion about what we think was left off of the patch notes and that should have been on there. So some snubs, some patch note snubs, if you will. We're also going to go on Bachelor and talk about some weird situations in dating when it involves a friend of yours. And with the Super Bowl coming up in just a few days, in the Raise Energy question of the week, we're going to do our football draft, which is awesome because Kyle has an all-time terrible draft. It's hilarious. So you're going to want to listen to that. So boys and girls, without further ado, let's get into the show. All right, what do you guys want for a snack today?
Yeah, I mean, I could order pizza.
Taco Bell?
Wow, we had pizza last week, though.
Dude,
stop.
We've had too many pizzas.
What about
Listen,
Taco Bell?
Pizza's always a great choice. It's the best fucking
Pizza
food there
is good, but we just had it too many times. I don't know.
bro. We just
There's
switch
no
places. It's
sushi,
fine.
Like,
No.
what? Sushi?
It's all different.
Sushi sounds
Sushi?
good, but when
Bro,
they deliver
sushi
it, it's always
delivered's
hot.
It's not good.
You gotta get sushi
You gotta get it
fresh.
at the
You
place.
gotta-
You don't have
You gotta get it
No.
fresh.
You gotta
get it.
Well,
Makes
you know
a
what we're
difference.
saying.
They get
you know what we're
delivered.
saying.
No, I don't.
It's got to be in the restaurant.
It's got to be in the restaurant.
That's not. That
It's
doesn't
different.
Make it fresh.
It's different.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It makes a difference.
You guys are so dumb.
When it comes in the
thing.
plastic, I
This
swear
is
it makes it
why
less
I
worse.
fresh.
literally have gone vegan.
It's
so I
worse.
don't have
Oh my god.
What?
Fucking Post Malone's calling me again.
Are you serious, bro?
Fucking
How
damn
many
it,
times
Not
in a
this
row?
guy, bro.
He's called you like 5 times since you got here.
I know. He won't stop. Let me answer real
All
quick.
right, all right.
Hello? Yeah. No. We're about to record right now. No, we're recording. I can't move the show back for you, Post. We're about to record right now. No, season 12 just came out. I can't have you on the show. Season 12 is out right now. I can't have you on. No, it's not that I don't like you. I just can't have it. The brand new season, Carter, talk to him real quick.
Yes. No. Why it's not mad at you? No, he's just. It's a lot of stress for him. Yes, we want you on here. No, not anytime, but not right now. It's a little hectic. Okay, all right, I get it. We want you here too, but we just can't. You want to talk to Wyatt again? Okay, here's Wyatt.
Yeah. No, Post. Listen, it came out wrong. I like you. Dude, I love you. We just can't have you on this week. No. Yes, next week. Yes, we'll have you on next week for episode 73. Yes, we will. Okay, bye. Love you too. Okay, bye. Oh, yep. Love you too. Okay, bye. Good
Jeez.
Lord,
Oh my
bro.
God, bro. Every time.
Every fucking day, this guy.
I can't believe that guy.
This fucking... He needs to be working on his album is what he should be
I
doing.
know.
Bro, when's that shit supposed to drop?
I don't fucking know. He
Oh my
never
God.
tells me shit anymore. This guy just wants to keep coming on the show. We don't have time. It's season 12.
I know.
It's
Season
fucking season
12,
12.
Gotta get
bro.
the launch off.
Anyway, what do we want for food?
Sushi.
Pizza.
We
Taco
can't
Bell?
get sushi, bro. It's not going to be fresh. We have to go to the restaurant if we want sushi.
Bro,
We'd have to go to the
Get
restaurant.
the pizza.
No,
The pizza won't be fresh.
We've
You
had
guys are
too many me and
stupid.
Eds, bro. I don't
Taco
want
Bell?
another me and Ed. Why do you keep saying Taco Bell like
Because
we're fucking
it's good.
Neanderthals?
Panda?
Maybe
Panda.
You know what?
We-
Panda,
we could
we
send-
could get some
we could
double
send-
orange.
We could send Kyle.
We could say no, but she's not going to be there. Even if she was, Kyle wouldn't talk to her.
What?
You wouldn't talk to her.
You wouldn't.
Tell me you talked to her.
He would say
look at me in my eyes and tell me you
Kyle,
talked to
you
her.
would say have a
No,
great day.
you didn't look at me in my eyes, you motherfucker.
I talked to
You didn't
her.
look at me in my eyes.
I definitely talked to her.
All right, we're good. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 72. And boys, who's ready to shell out $164 for a Bloodhound skin? I'm right here.
Fuck
me.
no.
Me. I'm right here. Ready.
much?
I'm ready to do it. 164.
No, I guess I'm a broke.
No, dude. The
Listen,
TikTok
dude,
comments told me I'm a broke bitch if I don't get that skin.
I guess I'm a broke bitch.
Dude, so many comments were just say you're broke then. I was like, bro, what are you? $164 for a skin. Now, okay, listen. We all want heirlooms here. But here's the thing about heirlooms compared to skins. At least with an heirloom, you get to see it. It has an interaction. A lot of them have multiple interactions. You can stare at them. You can look at them. A skin you can't fucking see. You can't see the fucking thing. So what's going on with $164 for a skin?
Another thing that I saw today is it doesn't evolve like mid-match when you kill people and stuff. It's basically 3 skins. It's like a recolor of a skin in a single skin. And I was like, what the fuck? This is the stupidest
hold
fucking
on.
thing I've ever
EA.
seen.
I'm paying $164
For 3 skins.
For 3 skins. They're really just recolors of the same skin. I'm paying $164 for a skin and 2 recolors.
Brian, you dumbass.
And a finisher.
Brian, you dumbass.
Why would I not do that? That's a great deal. What
It
the
also
fuck?
looks like Titanfall 2 guy. You have to get it. It has to happen. You got to do it. Dude, what a fucking shit company. EA, you can suck my white balls, you losers. I can't believe that you think you could just package that and say that you can go do that and try to sell a skin that you can't even see for $164. I'll take an heirloom all day long, and I'm an idiot. I think we can all agree we're idiots for taking an heirloom, okay?
Every
Because
day.
it's still way overpriced. But a fucking skin that you can't even see? Hey, EA, suck it. Hey, suck it, you fuckers.
Yeah.
You also ruined
stupid-
Madden. The last good
Yeah.
Madden was Madden 12.
Madden 12.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Another thing about, not really EA, but about Respawn, they just got bullied. They got bullied hard because tap strafing came out when everybody was testing out the 9v9. All the big content creators, all the big streamers, they're testing out 9v9. All of a sudden, they notice tap strafing is gone. Oh my god, they can't fucking do an illegal movement in the game. What are they going to do? Oh my god. And then right before launch today, we were like, they're probably going to change it back, huh? They're going to give them tap strafing. Yeah, they're going to give it back. And that's exactly what they did. Tap strafing back in the game. I'm not going to complain that much about it because it's already been in the game for a while. We've had to deal with tap strafing for a while. I'm sure PC players are annoyed of aim assist, even though I'm using some small muscles in my thumb to aim rather than your fucking whole ass
Imagine
arm.
They have a whole different movement system. They play a different game than a controller. And they're
Exactly.
like, oh, they can aim. Oh.
Whatever.
I
Just
can't
let them fucking
aim when
have
you're
it.
doing fucking jump strafe, whatever you're doing with Octane.
You know what controller players don't do? We don't complain. Okay, whatever. You have your tap strafe. You do your tap strafe and bullshit.
Get
We'll just keep
dummied.
doing what
Get
we
dummied
do.
by my thumbs.
We'll keep doing
my
what
one
we
thumb
do.
is dummying your
Whole arm. What a bunch of shit. But either way, tap strafing is back. So there's that. It's back.
It's kind of bullshit.
Why don't you use your keyboard to say "fuck you"?
Oh shit. Well, boys, we've got a packed show for you guys here today. Season 12 launch date. It's been a glorious day, I gotta say. It's just been an all-around good day. I think Apex launched pretty smoothly. It does have some bugs right now. There are some bugs that they gotta figure out.
It's not that bad, though.
It's not the legacy to update. The legacy. It's not that.
Apex Legacy.
I think they were finally smart to not make
Yeah.
the same mistake. Let's not proclaim our legacy of being amazing and then let's just show
Have
how
you,
shitty our game is.
Anyway, so it's not legacy bad, but there are some bugs. Either way, season has gone pretty well. I'm liking it so far. I wonder how you guys are liking it. But boys, before we get into the rest of the show, we're going to talk all patch notes, do all of the crazy shit with the patch notes. Let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to reppsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Boys, Super Bowl is just a few days away, which prompts us to do something we've done a few times on the show. We are going to do our Super Bowl draft with all the boys. We've got all the numbers in a hat. to see who goes first. We're doing a draft. There's 20 legends. There's 4 of us. We're each going to get 5 players on our team. We're going to get a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and our defensive playmaker. Our defensive playmaker essentially is just, do you want a really good corner? Do you want a really good linebacker? Do you want a really good defensive lineman?
Just a playmaker.
An edge rusher? Who's your playmaker?
What is the player that's showing up in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl to make the stop on the opposing offense?
Who are you? Sherman on Crabtree.
Sherman on Crabtree, TJ Watt on just about anybody. Any playmaker. Your playmaker.
Who is your Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald.
Never heard. Who is that?
Your Von Miller in Super Bowl 50.
No, I also don't know who that is.
Shut up, Carter. Okay, we got the hat right here, Kyle. Let's get this
My
bad
team's
boy.
in the Super Bowl, by the way.
I'm grabbing. Shut up, Carter.
What? The
Carter,
Bengals are in the Super
You
Bowl.
have 5
Carter,
teams.
you had
That's
like
why they're
7
in the Super Bowl.
teams. Who's one?
Who's one?
I got one.
Okay, Schmaz is 1. I'm 2.
I'm 3.
Brian is 3. Brian's got the worst.
I get the worst pick.
Brian's got the worst pick.
Again.
Okay, we're gonna do a snake draft here. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, just like a normal snake fantasy football draft.
Yep.
If you know fantasy football, you got this down. If you don't, how
Just
have you not
follow
played
along.
fantasy
You'll figure it
football?
out. You're under a rock.
You're a fucking grown
I
ass
haven't
man
played
slash
fantasy
woman.
football in 8 years.
Yeah, but you played it at least once.
Okay, I gotta ask. I
You
gotta
know how-
ask who's number 2?
I am
why?
number 2.
I don't want to take your player, so let me know who it is.
So you're not gonna take my
I'm
player?
not gonna take it.
I was actually gonna
promise
take.
you.
I was gonna take Watson first overall.
That's a lie.
No, I was.
That's a
No,
lie.
I was. I didn't tell you.
I promise you, I won't take your player if you tell me. who.
No, you're gonna take my player.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna take
I
my
will
player.
shake on
He
it.
was definitely going to take Fuse.
Why
for
would you
quarterback.
fucking say that, bro?
Because I got 3rd pick. I don't give a shit.
You motherfucker, Brian. Fuck you, Brian.
If you would have said that, I wouldn't have.
But now you're gonna take. Oh, yeah, I
don't know.
see it. Well, he's the best. You need a quarterback.
He's the best quarterback
Guys,
literally
don't
out
tell
there.
me how to draft.
Okay, we won't
I-
tell you how to
I-
draft.
I'm
All
the
right, that's
number
fine.
one
We won't tell
draft
you.
pick for a reason.
We won't tell you how to
That's because I
draft.
suck
We won't,
last
we
season.
won't tell you how to
All
draft.
right, all right.
Okay, here we go. First overall pick, Carter is
First
on the
overall
clock.
pick in the 2022 draft. All right, I'm going with Fuse.
All right,
one.
Fuse is gone. Fuse is off the board. Fuse is off the board.
You're welcome, boys.
Wait, was that you guys tricked me? Huh?
No,
No,
Fuse,
no,
Fuse, he
That was
the
the
last.
consensus number 1 pick.
He was
last
the
year.
last-
He's the best
Okay,
pick.
okay.
All right,
Lit.
so if Fuse is gone and I got to pick, give me your list of legends real quick. I wrote it down for you.
I wrote this down
I
myself.
at least-
I just want you to know that.
I at least deserve that. Okay, Fuse is gone. Who would be the next best thing? Fuck,
I was
fuck,
gonna-
fuck,
you want me
fuck.
to
I need a
help you out
quarterback.
there?
I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback.
I was thinking Wraith because she can throw it back.
She can throw it back. She can do that.
Probably better at a
Yes,
running back.
she can do that. I'm actually not going to go quarterback. I'm going to go Ash, my 2nd overall pick, at wide receiver.
You know,
Ooh,
you
that's
have
nasty.
to catch them all.
All right, Brian.
All right, Brian, 3rd pick. You're on the
3rd
clock.
pick. On the clock. 3rd pick. Got to go with my wide receiver, Octane.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
4'2".
Listen, dude, he's Wes Welker. I don't care.
All right, Kyle, you've got 2 picks in a row.
Yep. I'm gonna take Wraith as my running back.
Okay. Wraith is his running back. Wraith's off the board, boys. Wraith's off the board.
Kyle, again.
And my tight end's going to be Mad Maggie.
Mad Maggie's
Mad
your
Maggie, tight
Oh,
end?
she
What
should have
the
been your running
fuck?
back. She gets a free fullback. You basically have 2 players in the backfield because she throws the ult. She gets
Can
the
I
fullback
ask-
pushing
wait,
through,
what-
and then she
oh,
runs through.
Yeah, but I can still do that with the tight end.
No, a tight end
gonna
runs
pull,
routes.
No, he's going to pull a tight end. He's running. He's doing a run scheme. He's going to pull a tight end around the corner with the
Oh,
fullback.
yeah.
Okay, I got a-
it goes
I
in
got
a
a
straight
question.
line.
It'll still be fine.
Straight at the D end.
Oh my
I got a
god,
Wraith
I don't like that
Wait,
pick.
Wraith-
I don't
like it
like that
either.
pick.
Wraith gets a free 10 yards.
Yes,
Do we put into account their passives and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah,
every
put everything.
single
Fuck
thing.
yeah.
every single thing, Carter.
I don't even know
So
what half of these people do.
Okay, so Brian, you're back up.
I'm back up. I was not ready. Let's see. Who do I need? I need a quarterback, someone who's going to touch the ball every time,
That's usually what teammates do.
someone who is going to have great vision to see the field and know exactly what's going on at all times.
Yes.
But I also want an athlete there. So
want an athlete.
Bloodhound is my pick.
All right, Bloodhound scans the field. Perfect pick.
And that ult for that speed boost in clutch moments.
Yes. Okay, so I'm up. Brian, let me see your paper because you're marking people off. And I need to know this moving forward. I really do need a quarterback, and this is so tough because I don't have one and I don't know what to do. Okay. Damn. I'm going to go with... Oh, man, this is so tough. I'm going to go with Volk as my quarterback.
Fuck,
Volk?
that was going to be my quarterback.
Yeah, I'm going with Volk. I don't
Kyle,
love it. I don't love it.
Well, Kyle,
but
you-
she can fly up in the air
You
and see what's
fucked up
going
by
on.
putting Maggie at your
Dude,
fucking...
Maggie could.
Bro,
She has a free fullback.
Maggie
bro.
could have been your quarterback for all I care.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Literally, she could have been a
She
quarterback.
picks up the blitz. Whoever's blitzing on that play, she throws the ult on.
Picks it up and then just bombs it deep or takes off with the speed boost.
You can see in Kyle's face. He knows.
He knows he's fucking up.
He should have put her somewhere
He knows
else.
he messed up.
He should have known. He knows.
It's all right.
Carter, you're up.
I'm going. I get back to back, huh?
Yep,
get
we get
back-to-back.
back-to-backs.
Wide receiver 1, Horizon.
Okay.
Horizon's all okay. That I like that for
Running back,
receiver.
Mirage.
Fuck
That-
you.
Misdirection. All right, it's back to me. Let me see, Brian. It's back to me. I'm going with. Okay, I got my wide receiver. I got my quarterback.
How to take Mirage? He was going to be my defensive player.
Okay.
Good.
I'm going to do Gibraltar as my tight end.
Big boy.
And then Brian, you are up. I'm doing Gibraltar as my tight end. He's a big boy. Blocks off the edge. Can't really receive.
Yeah, he's more of a blocking tight end.
More of a
Doesn't
blocking
do too
tight
much
end.
else. I'm picking for my defensive playmaker, Revenant.
Okay.
Fuck
He's
you.
a lockdown. I would see like safety. Safety sometimes corner.
He's my Troy Polamalu.
Yes.
I'm giving him the free reign where he sees a kill, go head hunting.
head and shoulders.
I don't
hunting.
care. Yeah, over the top of the line, over the middle. It doesn't matter. Just keep that hair flowing long.
Keep it long. Keep it long, baby. All right, Kyle, you are up.
Let me see that list really quick.
Yeah.
All y'all use my list now.
I'm using Brian's list.
There's so many good choices.
So, Kyle, what do you need? You need a wide receiver and a quarterback.
And
oh,
a
you don't have a
defensive
quarterback.
player.
He's
And a-
fuck. He doesn't have a
Imagine
quarterback.
being that bad. Yikes. Hey, Kyle. Yikes.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. Well, he does have a quarterback. He just didn't put it there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Fuck you.
He had a fucking fullback running back combination, bro.
Bro, either one of those, if they're a running back, they can play quarterback
You
now.
know what's so sad is he roots for the Niners and he sees that fullback on display all the time and he
Ah,
just
man.
didn't use it.
Maybe he's like a
Underappreciated.
49er guy where he doesn't want a QB either.
Oh, because they don't have a QB, really.
They don't. They really don't.
Quit hating. Yeah, where was your guys' team in playoffs?
Mine
Mine-
was resting
My
up.
team's
We were
literally
resting.
in the Super Bowl.
No, you
Shut the fuck up.
Only one of your seven.
seven teams made it. You
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
My one team
When
made
you bet
it.
on half the
your
NFL.
one team got fucked.
Yeah, at least we made it.
Kyle,
Where's
listen.
the Cardinals at, bitch?
I'm a Bengals fan, damn
You motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Okay, Kyle.
Remember when Carter used to get so mad at me for talking shit on the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Like earlier.
I
in the-
never got mad at that. Why? Because my team was the Bengals misdirection, just like my running back.
What about Dak? You said you like Dak and the Cowboys.
I'm going to take
Never
Pathfinder
heard of
as my quarterback.
Pathfinder as the QB.
What?
Okay.
Wouldn't that make more sense as a tight end?
I would have said, wait, do you have a wide receiver?
No.
No. Oh, dude. That would have Kyle.
Kyle, you're dumb as fuck.
Kyle, you just
Oh,
fucking
Kyle.
this draft up, Kyle. It would have been perfect.
Kyle, why not put Sear as your quarterback? Because he sees everything going on. He's
scans,
reading
bro.
the field,
And
bro.
I'm taking Bangalore as my wide receiver.
Okay. All right. I mean, she gets the speed boost off the line, I guess. I can see the speed boost off the line.
Speed boost off the line. Smoke
Too
for
bad,
disorientation.
Yeah.
Too bad she has no one to throw it to her.
He's got a robotic arm.
At least
Get out of my
Pathfinder
ass.
can grapple his way out of bad situations.
Yeah.
He can grapple it out.
He'll
give him that.
consistently get you like 6 yards.
You guys are all going to have dog shit wide receivers anyways.
All right, I have
Ash.
Octane.
My wide receiver literally can't be touched off the line.
And mine literally is going to sprint past everybody in the
Every single person.
Carter's getting dog shit.
Who's
I have
Carter's?
Horizon and was fused as a QB. My boy.
She
can
just
hit
goes up in the
anything.
air and
That's
he
true.
just tosses it to
And
her.
she can run when she lands.
Yeah. She slides.
So I have to pick a running back now.
Okay.
You don't have to.
No, I'm picking a running back because I ain't picking a tight end first. So I'm gonna go with Loba for my running back.
Loba, she can throw stuff. All right, I'm up.
Because listen, dude, that's gonna make a great flea flicker play.
All right, my weak part here is going to be
Wyatt. I'm
my
really
running
rooting
back.
for you.
My weak part here is really going to be my. You know, it's so funny. My weak part of my last team was my running back, and I'm going to pick the same person to be my running back last time, and it's Lifeline. Yeah. Lifeline is my weak point at running back. And now we've got Carter. Carter, you got back-to-backs.
You got back-to-backs.
Oh
Yeah, what do you still need?
I'm going Crypto as my defensive player.
He can scan the field. He's like a good safety.
He has the robot thing in the air, right?
Nobody can get over the top on
I
him.
can just-
You're not giving up the
I
deep
can
play.
just hit the ball in the air with that, right?
You could
Probably.
try. It might be difficult.
EMP the whole team.
Unless you're playing Kyle's team has 0 quarterback.
And then with my tight end, I'm gonna go with.
It's a robot with an
Caustic.
arm, bro.
Oh, okay. So you said tight end Caustic?
Yeah.
He can block off an edge.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Okay, it's back to me.
is it back to you? Is it back?
Yes.
Oh, it is back to you.
Yes. I got to choose a defense right now, and my defense might also
I
be
made it
weak.
easier for you to read. I just put the only 3 people that are left right here.
So
Whoa,
Rampart,
wow,
Seer,
that was
Watson.
really good.
Rampart, Seer, Watson for you. That's it. That's all that's
Okay.
left.
I'm going to do surprisingly here, I'm going to go with Watson for defense. I
Okay.
think I can
Just
block
put a
off
fence,
certain plays.
Literally just put a fence across the end zone.
Yes. Well, that, and also I think like if they're trying to run a lot of screens on
Bro.
me, I can block off the sideline.
Bro,
I can basically block off
she's-
until the hash
Listen,
marks.
dude. Once you get in the 20-yard or in the red zone, the 20 yards and closer, just put down pylon, cut off half the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I'm
any
going to go
projectile.
Watson as defense. It's not the greatest defense, but I'm going to go with Watson.
It's a bend but don't break defense.
Bend but don't break. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of points scored in my games.
So for me, I just need a tight end left, and I feel like there's only one clear tight end out of what's left, and that is going to be Rampart. I'm taking Rampart for my tight end.
Puts up a wall. We both have blocking tight ends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which leaves me with Seer, right?
Seer as your defense.
Yep. Leaves
So-
Kyle Sear's defense, which actually worked out for Kyle in
Yep.
that benefit.
Yeah, except
Out
all
of
the other
every-
picks he
I
had.
mean,
I don't know why you guys are hating on my team.
Kyle.
My
Kyle,
team would definitely
got Seer.
body your team.
No,
any day of
Kyle,
the
you don't have a
week.
quarterback.
I have
You got Seer for
Pathfinder, who's a robot.
Kyle, he would have
Kyle.
been much better in like wide receiver,
You're-
tight end.
No.
Dude, tight end, a robot that weighs like 900 pounds blocking on the line for you that has the ability to grapple a ball out of the air. Sounds amazing.
Or just a wide receiver. If your quarterback, which you don't have, throws it way up in the air like Jimmy G, he can grapple it down, bring it down
Listen,
to him, and at least get some
Pathfinder-
He
yards
can
out of
escape
that.
from a
Pathfinder-
bad situation, though.
Your
Jimmy
quarterback
G
is
can't
Jimmy G.
escape.
So could Bangalore.
No.
Yeah, the speed
Dude.
boost. Wraith could have.
Well, yeah.
Maggie could have.
Could have.
Wait, who picked Wraith?
I did.
Kyle.
Okay, where'd you put her
She's
at?
my running back.
That's fair.
okay.
That's
fair.
free
okay.
10
I like
yards.
that. I like that.
That's
But
fine.
even then, I'd rather her be the one touching the ball every play.
Now, Kyle, you really did draft like the 49ers here in the way that your running game is going to be awesome.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But deep in January, you're going to have somebody to throw the ball.
Maybe
clutch moment.
and maybe not throw it back arms, like sidearm backwards into the defender's hands.
Like, hear me out. Maybe it's like you're on like your side of the
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
and like within a minute left, and you need a score, so
Yeah.
you got to pass.
You
it.
got to pass it in.
And their rushing defense or their pass defense is really good, and they come after you.
Yeah.
You're literally not athletic enough to like run.
And maybe like you wear
So-
number 10 and you
Maybe you,
possibly
like,
bang porn
you
stars.
Just, like,
Stop
threw the
fucking-
ball at
stop
something
fucking
and he
shitting
throws
on my
a pick.
Niners.
It's okay.
Right.
He's not going to be a Niner next year. He
Yeah.
said he's going to. He's looking for a trade.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. So there's
Yeah, for the Canadian Football League because you suck ass. I fucking hate Jimmy.
He's going to play for the
Galapagos.
Galapagos. He's going to play for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to start.
Fuck you.
No competition there.
It's actually talks him going to the Steelers.
That would be funny. That would be so
No.
funny.
Oh, no.
Big Ben won't allow that. Big Ben will
Big
come
Ben
out
retired.
of retirement.
Yeah, he'll come out of retirement and be like, no, I'm back.
I'm back. Don't do that to my
I
team.
know it was dog shit last year, but I'm coming back again.
All right, let's go through all of our teams, starting with our first draft pick, Carter. Go through your team real quick.
QB. I have the man, the myth, the legend, Fuse.
Clearing away the best quarterback on the list.
Best QB.
Yeah, that's fair.
Running back. We're handing it off to Mirage. Misdirection. Easy. Wide receiver. Catching all them balls from Fuse. This Horizon. Tight
Easy.
end. Caustic. Because he's a dude.
He's a
and then
dude.
defense. We got Caustic out here making plays on defense.
You said Caustic
You
twice.
said Caustic twice.
Shit. Crypto.
Crypto.
My bad. Making plays
Crypto
on
makes
defense.
sense.
He's
Crypto.
scanning the field. He can see it.
Okay.
So that's Carter's team. My team at quarterback, I have Valkyrie. I expect her to go up in the air, scan the field for some options. Maybe if there's an edge rusher coming around, hit the Rockets. Just get a nice little pass down the field. Running back, Lifeline. That's my weak spot. That's just weak. Lifeline, she's like a James Conner before he went to the Cardinals. It's like maybe 3-4 yards at most, and then maybe every once in a while she'll bust one. I don't see it happening too often, though. Lifeline's my weak spot. At wide receiver 1, I have Ash. She literally can't be touched off the line, and if she does get the ball early, she can slash through and get behind the defender. I think that's an easy wide receiver pick. Last time we did this draft, Ash didn't exist.
No.
She wasn't here yet, so now she is. At tight end, I have Gibraltar. He's like a Martellus Bennett. He's a big boy. He mostly blocks, but every once in a while, you scheme up a red zone pass to him where he gets a touchdown.
Maybe a tight end sweep to the outside.
Yes.
Something that's just obscure and should not normally happen.
It would be like if Big Ben was a tight end.
Yeah.
I was thinking more the fridge.
The fridge, too.
Remember the fridge?
Yes,
like
the fridge.
The fridge
The
playing
bus or the fridge?
the fridge.
The bus and the fridge.
Both,
kind of.
actually.
And
Yeah.
the fridge.
Honestly, I figure him slower than the bus. But
Yes. And then at defense, I have Watson. If I want them to play to a certain side of the field, I can fence it off. Once we get to the red zone, I make it a little more difficult to them. I'm not going to put it on the goal line, though. I'm going to put it about 5 yards in front so that if they happen to cross it, I can bring them down at least at the 1. At least at the 1. At least. So that rounds out my team. Who was next? Brian.
Me. So my quarterback is going to be a Bloodhound. Best vision out
Scans.
best vision of all the quarterbacks.
I would
in
say
the
the
game.
second best quarterback in this draft.
I would agree with that.
I would say third.
Who would you
Behind
say
who?
is higher?
4th.
Kyle. Who
Kyle.
could you possibly have?
He's just saying.
Sorry, Pathfinder's way better, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, Kyle.
Best team in the league.
shit.
Bloodhound, second best quarterback, best vision in the game.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Still able to move athletically, get out of places
Yeah.
with that speed boost he gets during the old
There we go.
clutch moments. That's what that says to me.
Yeah.
Right? Clutch moments. Running back, I have Loba. Loba, unconventional running back right here. I'm thinking a Darren Sproles screen pass style running back.
Yes.
Where just get to the flats, run out there, and then all you have to do is catch the ball, and you're instantly 30 yards down the field because you threw your tactical so early and it takes so long to travel. You got time to get to the flats, catch the ball, and then you're instantly poofed over there.
When Loba's in the flats, it's no longer the flats. It's the caked out.
Yeah,
it's not flat.
exactly. It's
so
not flat.
they
It's
changed
the hills.
they change the hills. They change it for her. So she's out in the hills. She's out in the mountains.
Exactly.
So there we
So
go.
that
Just wanted to clear that up.
So that's what's going to happen. It's on a screen pass, free first down, or close to it, as long as she can catch the ball,
Yes.
which I feel like should be good at catching the ball.
Yes.
Wide receiver 1, Octane. I would argue still the best wide receiver in the game because he can do multiple ranges. Ash is a very close second, but I feel like she can only do deep ball, and a player like Watson with a pylon or something like that could cause interference with that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to Octane there. Tight end, Rampart. Blocking tight end, I want extra protection for my Bloodhound, my key players. I want to get extra protection for Loba on those screen passes. That's where I'm at. And then I got my defensive playmaker is Revenant.
He's just a dog.
Bro, I want a dog. I
He's
want
just a
someone
dog.
that makes everybody fearful to catch over the middle.
He's like Tyrann Mathieu. He just finds his way to the ball.
Doesn't matter where he's at. He is headhunting.
Yes.
He's just headhunting. He's getting kicked out of every game for targeting.
Yeah.
Like, don't matter.
Okay, there we go. Those are all of the real NFL teams. Let's go to the collegiate team over here.
Fuck you.
The elementary team, possibly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kyle, I had a worse pick than you. How's my team better?
Time out. Your team is not better. Your team is dog shit.
Kyle, let's hear Kyle's team. Let's
First of all, I have a whole bunch of top tier legends. You guys got some
In the
booty
wrong
legends.
position.
Yeah,
Let's
in
hear
the
it.
wrong position.
You do have top tier.
You
legends.
have
They're
Lifeline
in the
as a
wrong
running
spot.
back. Don't even fucking
I
give me
said that
shit.
was my weakness. You have great legends. They're in the wrong spots. That's your issue.
You literally have LeBron James in left field.
All right, Kyle.
Speaking of Braun,
Start.
how is Braun?
He's doing all right, huh?
Yeah.
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Lakers aren't looking good.
All right, continue.
All right, going back.
Quarterback.
Quarterback, I got Pathfinder. Okay. Robot, he can throw it far and then also gets out of bad situations.
Yeah, Kyle, I like that pick.
Man, shut the fuck up.
I said I liked it. I'm just not looking
Kyle,
at you while I
he can
say
definitely
it.
grapple the enemy into him. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
You
Yeah.
can grapple away from the enemy, you dumb shit. You guys are not even thinking right.
No, Kyle, you're good.
No,
No,
you're
you're
good.
right.
You're
You're
good.
100%.
Ray,
good.
You're right.
as my running back,
Okay.
phases right through the line.
That's-
Gets free 10 yards.
Yeah.
Free 10 yards.
I
every
love.
time. That's
I
great.
love that.
That's
I
great.
love it.
That's great.
I love that.
Wide receiver 1, Bangalore.
No, that's
you
good.
know, there's
Yeah,
worse.
that's
There's
good.
worse spots.
I like
That's like
that
a
one.
Wes Welker. Great break off the line, get a ball. Probably going to get tackled when the speed boost disappears.
Only shitty thing is if you go to the playoffs and you're up against a dog like Revenant, she's not getting past that.
No, they're going to play press on her.
Yeah, and he's gonna press her hard.
Yeah, that's where I got my tight end.
Luckily,
Mad Maggie.
Luckily, he has a
Gonna
QB
blow
that
through
can
the line.
actually-
Mad Maggie.
Easy.
Mad Maggie is the best stop to my Revenant defense. I will say
Yes.
that because it's basically a free fullback. The only issue is
You
the
didn't put it,
fullback
yeah.
starts on
The line.
the line and she doesn't have the ball yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that plays.
It's going
out.
to be easy. Drop up some trick plays. Really easy. Break it through.
Okay.
Tight
And
end
let's,
trick plays. I'm
Yep.
serious.
Let's
It's
get
gonna
to
be
the
fire.
let's get to the defense.
Tight end screen.
Defense, Sear.
Yeah,
I mean, I like.
fuck yeah, dude.
I like the
Fuck
vision.
yeah.
I like the vision. Are maybe like an Ed Reed style play possible?
Yes.
Well, you know,
Yeah, we'll go with
I
that.
love.
Reed. Maybe.
I love that. He's
Listen,
got a
he
six
can't-
pack.
Yep.
Does he cancel abilities?
Yeah,
So he could. I mean, he could stop a wraith phasing, right?
he could.
Could he stop? Can he stop a bloodhound's ult?
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh no, that's not. That's
You
not
could get
good.
scanned
Could he
and
stop?
stunned.
Can he stop an Ashel?
Can he?
I don't.
Can he
No.
break a pad?
No, I don't think he can.
Hold on, timeout.
No.
What is
Fair
your
pick, though.
defense?
My defense is Watson.
Yeah, it's dogs.
No,
You
it's
can't
not.
do any of that
Kyle,
shit either.
Kyle,
What
that's
are you
not-
talking about?
Bro,
I
that's not
wall
dog
off
shit.
the whole side of
She
the
walls
field.
off the whole side of the field.
Oh yeah,
And then
that
puts-
stops an octane pad.
No, and then you put.
No,
Pi-
you
or-
fuck.
It
no,
does.
It doesn't.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
No,
But
but,
what-
but Pylon does. And the reason it does is it stops the ball from getting to Octane.
Yeah. Because it's a projectile.
It's projectile.
Oh, yeah, it's a projectile.
Listen, the game's over.
No, it's
she
not.
ends,
You
she
dumb
ends
fuck.
the game.
I dropped my pylon third quarter. It's over for you.
No way, bro.
Third
no,
and-
no, Kyle, I said I liked your
I
team.
mean, it's
You're
I
fucking.
liked your
dumb.
team. It will win the national
Kyle, you all-
championship in
you-
college every year.
You have a top 14.
Top four.
Shut up. I have a top 2 team, and yours is dead last.
Your team could easily take on
Wyatt's is dog
Alabama,
shit.
Hey, we want
LSU,
Bama. We want Bama.
Fresno City.
Fresno City.
Fuck you.
Either way, all right. Super Bowl picks, we got them in, boys. Our teams looking good, looking great. Let's get into the main topic of discussion, the patch notes. We're gonna hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, here we are, Season 12 patch notes. We're going to get to all of the important things here from the Season 12 patch notes, but one of the most important things here is Maggie is an awesome legend.
Yes.
And in a good way. It's not like a bad, like, oh my God, she's too good and it's ruining the game. We all had like a really bad experience with Maggie. She was just fucking yab all up in our fucking ear all day long. We could barely focus. Just loud as shit, annoying as shit.
Yep.
Now she's just cool.
Yeah.
She's got like a good backstory now, and she's a good legend to where it's not game breaking.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy her character.
It's been awesome so far.
Yeah.
There's lots of good things to talk about. I think the first good thing is the ultimate. And not for the reason that we thought, where it was going to be a skill shot. You hit somebody with the ball, they just like die or some shit. No, there's a lot of utility to it. There's many different ways to use this ult. Whereas I feel like a lot of the other legends, there's maybe a handful of circumstances when it's the right time or the right situation to use the ult. Hers is very fluid. You can use it to bust down doors. You can use it to just run faster and chase somebody. You can use it to go into like a Watson nest. You can use it for all these different reasons. And if you want to, you could hit somebody with it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really do damage, but it throws them up in the air, which is just fucking funny.
That is in any game. That is disgusting.
It's just funny.
So it stuns them and they fly into the air, and I was like, "Bro, this is the coolest shit." Because like you love the feeling when you throw it at somebody, you hit somebody. It's like a game of dodgeball where
Yeah.
you hit them and then they fly into the air and you just cap them out of the air.
It reminds me of Overwatch where Reinhardt would charge in and you were just slightly outside of his straight line.
Yeah.
and you just go flying off to the side.
Yes. That's exactly it.
You'd go flying, or like maybe you're playing Skyrim and you just barely you get too close to one of those giant trolls, and he fucking hits you, and you just fly out of the map. And you're just waiting like an hour for your body to come back down so you can reload into the game. It's awesome, and I think that's one part of the ult that I was the most. I mean, the one part of the kit that I was the most scared about, and it's actually been a place where I'm like, this is fun, this is interesting, this is cool, because there's a lot of different ways to use this thing.
Yeah.
It's so versatile. And honestly, dude, the fact that it lifts them up into the air makes them such an easy target for all of your team to focus fire.
Exactly.
It's going to be so easy for them to be a shot caller.
And it also makes it, from a defensive standpoint, when you're going up against a Maggie, it's like, I can't get hit by that thing. And you really got to put that into your equation of what I can and cannot do.
Another funny thing that like you can't do anymore is you can no longer hold the door with a Maggie.
No.
Because I had a guy try to do that to me today, and I was like,
terrible.
Sorry, bro. And I was like,
dude,
just blew down the door. The thing is, when it blows up, though, if it blows up near you, you get thrown into the air, too, if you're Maggie.
Okay.
So, like, I threw it. It blew us both up into the air, but my teammates run in and just fucking murdered them.
Exactly. Okay.
So is that one, that's a great way to instigate a fight. Yeah, one of the best instigations in the entire game. But does it stun you as well if it blows up right in front of you?
Yeah.
Or is it just, it's not just a knockback, it is a stun as well?
It stuns you if you're Maggie, but your teammates don't get stunned.
Okay. Well, that is just absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Especially when they're speed boosted coming in that shit.
The opponents can use the speed boost too, though. So it's
You also can no longer hold a door against a Maggie for another reason, and that's the tactical.
Yeah.
The tactical is it's crazy. That thing, there's going to be a lot of balancing with that coming in the future. I'm not saying it's broken right now or too overpowered, but I like the fact that we can pinpoint things and be like, if this gets a little too annoying, we can fix it. But for right now, like, never hold a door against a Maggie.
No.
You won't win. That's
No.
that's just a losing battle every time.
100%.
It's like you're trying to hold a door against a thermite. You don't do it.
No,
Like,
you just
don't do it.
there's no shot. So the range on that thing is crazy. It completely shakes up the way the game is played right now.
Yeah.
Like you can't bubble fight like you used to anymore. The one question we had was, does it go through bubbles? Yes, it fucking does, and it changes the fucking game.
Thank
it
you,
changes
Respawn. Thank you for making Gibraltar
Yeah.
less of the meta.
without nerfing him.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like it's one of those things where you got to choose Maggie if you want to get rid of Gibraltar's. You know, I like that. I like that a lot.
And
Yeah.
Gibraltar is still going to be a very, very strong legend. And I'm not going to be mad having a Gibby on my team. But I'm going to play with that Gibby very different. I'm playing that bubble very different than I was before.
Revives are a lot harder to come by now, especially in the bubble. Revives in buildings are a lot harder to come by now, even like especially if they have a scan legend. It's just going to be all the way around. You know what she really is? We called her a tank buster, which she is, but she's also just a disruptor. She just disrupts everything, which is what Crypto was supposed to do. And unfortunately, he was like that for maybe like a season and a half, or maybe just a half a season. But she's the new disruptor, and in a way that it's more balanced, and I feel like it's more viable than a Crypto option.
Yeah. The crazy thing is like I haven't even seen this interaction yet, but I don't know what happens if you throw the ult into somebody who's trying to res somebody.
Yeah.
Like, do they fly up into the air? Do they stop? Like, what happens?
So we still like we said, it's still early in the season. There's a lot of questions left. We got to figure all these things out.
6 hours into the season.
Yeah.
But it's honestly the thing that scares me the most about her kit, though, is the passive. That movement speed buff that comes from a shotgun just passively. A Maggie tap strafing scares the fucking shit out of me.
Yes, and honestly too, the other thing about it is I don't know if you guys got this feeling, but I kind of felt like she moved faster with the shotgun than with the gun put away.
Yeah, she kind of feels that way.
I'm not sure if there's like an
seems
actual stat on that, but it feels like that. But either way, like Maggie all the way around is just a disruptor, and she's good at it. And right now, she's not on like the seer level of holy fuck, this is so broken, I don't want to play. Hers is, this is awesome, I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing Maggie. Not to mention she has a badass animation when she picks up a Mastiff.
Dude, it's so cool. She like kicks it off the ground and catches it, and I'm like, bro, this is
that
dope.
Can get annoying, I would assume, in some situations. Like if you're like somebody's just bodying you, and you're like, fuck,
I gotta
like,
pick up this Mastiff right now, and you're kicking it up.
It's the only option. You're like, fuck. All right. Well, speaking of a disruptor that that once was. Let's talk about Crypto a little bit. If he was wiped off the face of the planet and we just
Don't we only have 19 legends now? We just got our 19th.
he might as well be invisible.
Yep.
He's just not a legend that has that, like, very early on he was viable. Since then he's been nothing. They tried something new. I'll always applaud them trying something new. I just don't think it's enough to even raise that even a little bit. His pick rate is so low. I believe in the patch notes they even said something along the lines of, like, his pick rate was off the grid. Like he's just not pickable. And this buff, I think for the first few weeks people are going to try it out. His pick rate might go up a little bit. It's not enough. There's too many other legends out there that give you what you're looking for and have a better kit in every way than Crypto has. And that's in casuals and in ranked. If you want to have fun in casuals, you're not going to play Crypto. You're going to go play Mirage. You're going to play Rampart. If you're playing ranked, you're not going to play Crypto. You're going to play so many other legends. He's just in such a bad spot, and it sucks because you want to see every legend at least have something to them, right?
Yeah.
Like Mirage, he's just fun. It's fun to play him. Is he good? Not really, but he's fun.
Yeah.
Crypto's not even fun. Like he's a bad legend that's not even fun.
Yep.
Rampart, pretty bad, but fun.
Yes.
Crypto's not even fun. He's bad and he's boring.
He
he
bad.
sucks.
He's bad and you play him when you don't want to play the game because you're AFK the entire fucking
Exactly. I feel so bad for him, man. And I know there's some Crypto mains out there. I feel for you.
So I talked to a Crypto main today, and I was like, do you think this buff is enough to make him good? And he was like, I don't know if he's going to be good, but he'll be better than what he was.
I think being better still isn't good enough for where he's at. I think you have to either make him fun or you've got to make him really good.
Well, the main thing that the guy was talking about when he talked about a buff,
Neuralink.
the Neuralink, the increased Neuralink detection FOV from 160 to 240 degrees, that
actually
shit
huge.
is
That's
actually
actually big.
insane.
Yeah.
So that is actually the craziest part of the whole thing. And it's got a pretty far range too of when it like detects people and picks people up now, which is like something that's really, really good about it. The only thing that I think they really missed the mark on when they were buffing him was you can't throw the drone out and EMP at the same time. You have to throw the drone, wait till it stops, and then EMP.
So it has to wait till it comes to a complete stop.
Yes, before you can EMP.
That's a big miss.
That's a huge miss.
That's
Huge
what I was
miss.
saying. Because if you could throw it and just EMP immediately, that shit would be broken. You could
Yes.
just fucking
That-
EMP people. hella
if you could do
fast.
that is an immediate mid-fight ultimate that can take away 25% of everybody's health.
You do that, now we're talking. Now I can see where people would use him. Now I could be like, okay, yeah, okay.
But
Yeah.
we're so close. Like they're so close to being able to do that. They said, I think I read somewhere they want to watch how he does at the higher ranks.
Yes.
I feel like it's one of those legends, kind of like Watson, where they're worried about how well they play at the higher ranks.
Yeah.
Because again, we've seen with Crypto at the highest rank, when he was good, was broken.
Yep.
At the lowest
It
ranks,
was Revenant's fault, though.
Revenant's fault, but it was still a very team-oriented thing, which at the highest ranks you get a lot more of.
Yeah.
But that's such a small portion of the player base.
Honestly, dude, if you could EMP when you throw it out, it would be so good. Because, like, I don't know if you guys have ever been, you guys probably haven't been slowed by an EMP in a long ass time, but it slows you the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
You are going so slow.
It almost feels like getting hit from a Bangalore ultimate.
Yeah, pretty much it's exactly like that, except it's like instant. Like,
Yeah,
as
and-
soon as it pops, you're like fucking done. You're stunned.
Except it's instant and it actually damages you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's instant. It actually hurts you. Yes.
When you look at Crypto by himself and you look at the changes, you say, oh, that's awesome. But then when you look at Crypto in the grand scheme of the game with all of the other legends, there's just really no reason to pick him. Maggie does what he does better. She disrupts. She can throw ults. She can do all that different type of stuff. You want to scan? Bloodhound does it better. There's so many other options for a legend that you can use to do what Crypto's meant to do that just do it better.
The other thing now is he has a circle, kind of like Pathfinder has on his Reddit, on like where he aims.
Yeah.
And it's so that when you throw it, you can see if it can cling onto a wall or not. So, because it clings onto a wall and turns around like a camera, and it can just stay on a wall, which is okay, but it's still kind of
That's
weird.
decent.
That's not bad if you want it to be in a specific spot. But okay, that ruins it because you can't throw it that far. If you could throw it farther, that would be a lot better. All that gets better if you could throw it farther and throw ult out with it as it's traveling.
The fact that you have to wait till it stops is like so bad. Why?
Yeah.
That's so bad.
I
don't
watched
like that.
Imperial Hal try to pop it on somebody. He threw it out, and he was like, I can't ult. Why can't I ult? And
Yeah.
then he had to wait for it to stop. And by the time it stopped, they shot it.
Yeah,
And so he
that's
didn't-
the other part of it. It's like, did they think that people weren't going to be trying to shoot it down
Yeah.
when they put that into their thought process?
If you're playing against a crypto, the only time you hear his tactical come out now is when they're about to ult.
Yeah.
So if you hear it, shoot it. They're about to ult you, and the thing's going to move in a straight line if you do this.
Yeah.
And even worse, dude, they made it easier to see, and then they also decreased the
They
health.
decrease the health on it too.
I was like, what are these guys fucking thinking, bro?
It's like there's so much
God.
potential in the change, and then you get into the nitty gritty,
Bro.
and you're like, what are they thinking?
Don't treat crypto like Bangalore. Come on, we already have one legend that just gets fucked over all the time.
Yeah. Let's move on to Caustic, because Caustic supposedly got a nerf. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't think it's a nerf. I actually think it's a semi-buff for a good Caustic. So let's get into it real quick here. The Nox gas traps are now destroyable after detonation. They've got 150 health, and they will expire at 11 seconds instead of 12 and a half, and the gas lingers for 2 more seconds after you destroy it. Okay, so I'm going to paint a picture for you in your mind real quick. You walk into a room where there's a Caustic, and the trap goes off, and you're like, oh, let me get rid of this trap. I'm going to have to empty half of my clip to destroy this trap, and then it's still going to hurt me for 2 seconds after it's done. Meanwhile, I've got a big fat fucking Caustic staring across from me, just looking at me, my dumbass, trying to shoot his trap.
which he can see you through the
Which
gas.
he can see you through the gas. How is this a nerf?
So-
it's not a nerf. I like, and I'm fine with it. Like, I was just, the only reason I bring this up is I saw so many Caustic mains on Twitter, on Instagram, in Discord talking like mad shit. Like, this is the worst. This sucks. We're terrible. This is the worst day ever. Dude, 150 health. The fucking Nox trap has a blue shield on, bro. That's fucking crazy.
It's still nerfed because on average it's going to detonate and or with them being detonated and getting destroyed, it's going to make it so that they basically spend less time up and active. So there's still going to be less total gas going out. That's why they added the extra 2 seconds just in case. You have to let that thing burn for 10 seconds before it actually gets longer than it would have been. Like, it's not that 10 seconds is a long time. You can put on 150 damage in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think also. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, and the other thing we need to pay attention to is it's just 150 damage. Fuse is a legend in this meta. We've got Fuse. We have just grenades in general are going to be huge. Maggie as well is going to be huge. Anything that posts a area of effect damage is going to really fuck up a Caustic's plan.
That's true.
100%. But either way, Caustic mains out there, calm down. It's not a nerf. If anything, it actually helps you out. Because when they walk into your room with all your traps in there and they're trying to shoot it down and you're staring right across from them, it's an easy shot. They're not even looking at you. So you just pop them. Easy. There you go.
Capitalize on it.
Capitalize on it. Use this to your advantage. Use this to your advantage. Take a deep breath. Relax a little bit. Let's move on to the ranked changes here. Because this is kind of massive. We have been begging for like a massive overhaul of ranked, and we still have yet to get it. I thought this was going to be the season. Maybe I should stop wishing on a wishing well. You know, it's just like, I don't know what they're thinking needs to happen in ranked, but every single time they've made a change, it seemingly just gets worse. And I understand where they were going here. I just don't think they thought the repercussions all the way through.
Bro,
okay,
you understand where they're going? I don't get where the fuck their head was at when they did this shit. What the hell?
I can kind of put myself in their shoes and be like, oh, we're gonna. So if you guys don't know, they moved the points away from kills. You could get a max of 175.
125.
Now they've moved it down to 125. So it's a massive difference. It's minus 50. And you get more points now from placement rather than kills. There's a max on the kills now. I am still an avid proponent of there should be no cap on anything in ranked, because in my mind, if I am in a gold lobby and I get 11 kills and I win the game, I think I should be going up a lot. I don't think there should be a cap. And if I go into my next game and I go into a plat lobby and I lose immediately, like I just drop it, I'm the first squad killed because I can't compete with these plat players, then I go all the way back down to gold. Okay? I don't understand why it's such a weird concept to be like, let everything go out in the wash. If they're a good player, they'll figure it out. If they're a bad player, they'll go down.
Yeah.
We still don't have the ability to go down in rank. Once you make it in there, you've made it in there. And we know how easy it is to just camp your way to a victory or camp your way to...
I mean, Kyle just camped his way all the way to Diamond.
Yeah, this
suck
fucking
my
guy.
ass.
He said he was going to do it by himself. All of a sudden, he's calling me up, crying on the phone. He was crying.
Bro,
I had to hop on
no,
there
he was
too.
crying.
He
was. I fucking saw it. I heard tears.
There was no tears.
You know how you can like when somebody calls you and they answer, you can tell already that they're like either crying or about to cry. That's what Kyle sounded like.
Hey, fuck you.
He was like, "Please, I'm trying to get the diamond."
It wasn't like that.
I could hear it. But either way, I think the games are going to get a lot more campy. I think it's going to be a lot more of a slow style of gameplay in ranked, and I don't know if that's their plan, but either way, I don't think it's a great plan.
If they do that, easy fix. Make the circle close faster.
Yes, please.
Force teams into each other. Force teams to fight more.
Spin zone. They did this on purpose so that people would be camping more, and then Mad Maggie would fuck their shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Potentially.
So ranked, still not getting the overhaul that we've looked for and that we've been waiting for. Hopefully it'll come soon. Hopefully they're at least thinking about it because I haven't touched ranked in so long. The only times I play ranked are when the boys are trying to get somewhere because it's just not fun. I don't enjoy it. I don't find any fun in it. It's just not fun.
I play ranked because the lobbies in ranked are easier than my
Sometimes
pubs.
they are. Sometimes you're correct in that.
That is why
Sometimes
I
that
play
is
ranked.
true. Let's move on to another game mode that did just get introduced and is really awesome right now, the 9v9. Now, I expected when all the streamers were playing their 9v9 games together, I fully expected there to be a lot of backlash. It's just an Apex thing I have in the back of my mind. It's just, you always expect the worst for some reason with this game. I don't want to be like that, but you just do.
It's called
There has been, it's PTSD
on that.
There has been nothing but great things coming from this game mode. I haven't seen one negative thing about this game mode. In fact, the Discord today was popping up with people just trying to get badges, trying to get their best game possible, trying to do everything they could to just completely max out during this game mode. And it sucks that it's only going to be here for 3 weeks, but we know why. It's going to be so that they can make it even better in Season 13.
It's a beta.
It's a beta
test.
like they've done with a lot of different things. Remember Evo shields weren't a thing?
Yep.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not a thing.
Yeah. So it's just a beta. That's all it is. And it's been so fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You can really kind of test things out. I love the fact that your health regens.
Yeah.
That's something that I think should be added to arenas. That's what I've always said. Arenas should have something along those lines to where either you regen or something like that happens so you can actually fight a full team. Your health actually regens and you get unlimited heals, which is just so awesome. Like I couldn't have drawn it up perfectly in my mind.
Bro, screw arenas. This should be arenas.
No, can we just say for a second, arenas is fucking dead.
Arenas
is so
bad.
dead.
First of all, they did no price changes on anything, and they put in fucking hammer
Yeah,
points.
dude, they literally didn't even think about
They
arenas.
didn't care about arenas whatsoever.
Arenas is the redheaded stepchild of Apex Legends. They didn't even give a fuck about
No, they
arenas.
give no
Bro,
fuck.
arenas is just, it's so bad. This needs to clearly replace arenas with no question.
Dude, the fact that they didn't even offer anything about it in the patch notes just shows you how little they give a fuck about arenas, which is crazy because its inception was like very important and it was like a big part of Apex. Like it was a huge part when arenas first came out. They don't give a fuck about this game mode. But anyway, getting back to 9v9, it's awesome, man. It's a great mode. I can't wait to get in there and play more. That's honestly what I want to play above anything. I just want to keep playing 9v9.
The 9v9
and doing all the fun stuff.
is so much fun, man. I've only played like 2 games today, but of the 2 games I played, one I won both, and 2 it's just so much fun to fucking play on those things.
Ranked when they come out with a ranked.
Dude, rank
Oh,
99
boy.
would be
Bro, rank
99.
Oh, boy.
Ranked 9v9, but let me pick my full team of 9.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's what we need.
I
Before
want-
ranked, let's get our full team
Full
in
squad.
there. Full squad in
And
there.
then let us take a full team of 9v9 with each other. I want to take a
Yes.
squad of 9 players from 0 all the way to Predator.
Yes,
I
that's what I'm
probably cannot
Brian,
be on a team
you'll
that can
get
do
out.
that. But you know what? I
You
want to
won't-
start that team.
You won't get out of gold, Brian. It's
Hey,
okay.
hey,
It's
hey, I
okay.
can- I can get-
No. It's you don't have. You don't. You don't
I can get the plat.
If,
Damn, Carter fucking shit on it.
shit. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the other parts of the patch notes here. The new hop ups. This Peacekeeper triple take hop up.
Dude,
Holy
the
fuck!
kinetic loader.
Kinetic loader,
Bro.
baby.
It's fucking
Give
broke.
me that. Feed me that. This when you slide into auto chokes, bro. There's gonna be so many awesome plays off of that.
Bro, I literally, I don't think I've hit for below and like a 90 since
It's just
they
fucking.
put that thing in.
If you're gonna have, if you wanna counter skull, no. If you want to counter hammer points, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You got to choose.
That.
You want a shotgun or do you want hammer points? What do you
Both.
want?
I want both.
That'd be sick too.
the thing about
Bro,
the
I'm taking
kinetic,
the RE and that. Oh, yeah.
The thing about the kinetic loader is like you have to slide for a long time for it to like auto reload itself. But if you just want the choke, you can do like a little skip slide and it just fucking instantly closes that thing up. And I'm like, oh fuck.
So we talked about the kinetic loader, but the other one that we got is the shatter caps. Whereas now, instead of having to switch it on and off, which
Yeah.
never made sense,
No.
because you were never going to like mid-fight up close just switch it.
It was really tough to do.
very tough. Now it's anytime you're not aiming down sight, it automatically shoots, and it's in the shatter cap form,
Yeah.
which I think automatically makes the bow better to use, because I've been using a lot of the bow. My issue with it was like you either have to decide at the beginning of the match when you get shatter caps, do I want to use shatter caps version of this or do I want to use the regular version?
Yeah.
Like there was really no way you could switch it back and forth. Now you get that option. You also get it with the 30-30. I think that instantly makes the 30-30 a much better gun.
For sure.
Still dog shit.
No. Picture a 12 round EVA 8 that's better.
Yeah.
Still dog shit gun.
No. I thought the 1 damage nerf was going to ruin it, and I tested it out today. I was like, nah, this
Nah.
shit's going to wreck people.
It's gonna
for
be dope.
sure.
Yeah,
Dog shit.
so I really like what they did with the hop-ups this season. We'll see how it plays out long-term, but so far I'm really happy with the hop-ups.
Honestly, I think that the hammer points aren't even like that great either, if I'm going to be honest.
I didn't even mention hammer points.
No.
I should probably mention that.
You got to mention those.
We got to talk about hammer.
Yeah,
That's the
hammers
thing.
hammers are back.
25% extra damage on the Mozam and the RE45, 50% extra damage on the P2020. So keep in mind that actually could be very relevant with the P2020 having the fastest switch rate in the game.
Yes.
And
Oh,
also
wait, I
being
thought it was the RE45.
No, it's,
I was told last week it was the RE45.
what did I say?
No, you said the P2020 was the fastest. I was told last
No.
week that it's the RE45 is the fastest.
No, P2020 has the fastest reload and switch.
Who
you
the
can
fuck
switch
told
from,
me that? Who told me that?
I
Fucking
think
Kyle. Apologize.
Kyle did.
Sorry.
Apologize.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Apologizing.
No, RE45 and Mozam get less of a boost from hammer points than the P2020 does.
Okay.
Which is something that's interesting if you have a great gun at cracking somebody, like a triple take that can choke up a lot faster, and then you're able to swap fastest gun in the game, get a swap off to a P2020 and fire off 2-3 bullets, and you've now done significant damage to them.
The craziest thing, so I tested it today in the firing range. If they have no armor, it takes 4 bullets to kill somebody with a P20.
Yeah,
And they have a 14-round clip without a mag.
That's probably going to be the best part of this.
And that 14-round clip without a mag, P2020, which has an insane fire rate. I dare you to try to shoot faster than it allows you to.
Listen, first of all, if you're on mouse and keyboard with a P2020, you're fucking ripping people.
Oh,
yes.
You
Yes.
did. Listen, if I had a choice, mouse and keyboard, P2020 or RE, I might take the 2020.
Always.
Better recoil, better everything.
Honestly, you shoot
That's
it
a
from
terrible
a-
idea, but okay, I'll
Listen, dude,
allow that.
P2020 is a legitimate gun.
No.
Yes.
No.
I will rock the
No,
Brian,
it's
P2020.
I
like the
understand. No, it's a
Mozambique.
legitimate gun, but when you have an RE45 sitting on the table,
P2020 is just as good as the 6-shot Mozambique when it came out.
No, bro.
It is.
Brian.
It is. Hammer points are back.
Gosh
P2020
damn it,
game.
Brian. All right, you know what?
It's a
I'll let
powerful
I'll let
gun.
it pass because we got Kyle the Diamond. He couldn't do it himself. We had
Yeah,
to
that's
come in.
fair.
We had to come in.
We had to come in
and
and
fucking
shut
help him.
the-
Take.
shut
He couldn't do
your
it on his
ass.
own. He was calling me crying.
Oh, gosh.
Fucking FaceTiming me with mascara
We helped
running
Kyle.
down his
We had to help
face.
him.
He said he
He
was going.
did.
I
He
solo
had to
queued-
call in the big boys.
I solo queued to Plat
No,
1.
no.
And then
He had to
got-
call in the big boys.
He solo queued
Oh,
to Plat
fuck
1
you.
He had
and
to
didn't
call in the
finish.
big boys.
Fuck you.
You know what? And I'm happy to oblige. I was happy to be there.
Fuck you.
I was happy to help him out. But you
yep.
know.
I'm never asking for help again from you fuckers.
Also, huge diamond.
You what?
Wait,
what?
wait.
Huge
T-
diamond.
t-
Am I not the mic?
No. Yeah, just turn it on.
just turn it on.
Turn on the mic.
Bro,
There
you
you
weren't
go.
even talking into it right now.
I was just walking and talking.
Schmaz shows up out of nowhere, thinks his mic's all ready.
All right, Carter, go
I
ahead.
think it was ready.
All right, Carter, go ahead.
I'll solo queue to diamond.
You'll solo queue?
Cause yeah. Wait, you only solo queued to plat?
Plat 1.
Still plat.
Oh, that's the I forget.
Yeah, it's
the
opposite.
highest.
It's
Oh my
opposite.
God, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was literally one rank away, and I just
Well,
literally
then why didn't you just finish it?
because I kept
He
getting
couldn't
these
do it. He
dog
couldn't do
shit
it.
ass
He needed me.
teammates.
He needed
couldn't
me.
do it.
He needed me.
Damn.
Listen.
This is how bad it got, Carter. He had to call Brian up to help
Wait,
me.
why?
And Brian
He called
actually bodied up there.
Listen,
Damn.
he
It
called
wa-
me up. He was solo queuing the entire time. I had to go and get B to a high enough rank so that we could then play with Kyle and carry him to diamond.
Yes. Me and Brian got through silver together. I got to gold.
already in gold.
We hopped in to the next game and just immediately
DR, right?
carried. Anyway, I don't know where we were before, but we're gonna move on to the final part of the these patch notes here. The wildlife and the Volt. Let's start with the wildlife. They made some big changes to the Storm Point wildlife. You're not going to get attacked by fucking 87 prowlers now. They're
Yep.
just going 2 at a time. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Their health is less, and they also give you more crafting materials, which is awesome.
Awesome. But I think the biggest thing is, one, they drop, or two really big things. One, they drop even more loot now, higher tier loot.
Higher tier.
And the second part is, unless provoked, they will not attack you if they're already outside of the ring.
Yes. Yes.
That is a huge thing. You're not going to die to a prowler while in the storm unless they're already engaged in a fight with you.
Yeah. Okay. That's actually really good. I didn't understand that when I first read that, but that makes a lot of sense. And then the Volt, it is really good.
They got rid of all the recoil.
There's like none.
There's like none.
It just shoots.
You just shred people.
Dude,
And they gave it a bigger clip and a damage boost. That thing just shits on people.
bro,
bad.
Volt is going to be disgusting.
Well, we
all
expected it.
season. Yeah. It should be too. Being in the
Yes.
care package, it should be.
It should be a good. You know what sucks? I was talking to Kyle about this before. After I carried him into Diamond.
Fuck you.
I told him, I was like, bro, you know what sucks? We're playing right now. I haven't used the Volt in like 2 seasons. In those final like 3 games, I was only rocking a Volt and I was dominating with it. So I finally figured the Volt out, and then now it's just gone.
Bro, I think you might have been the last person to ever figure out the Volt.
Yeah,
I figured
just-
out the Volt before
I
you
just
did.
never liked it. I always thought like I was like, it's whatever. And then I was using it in Plat 1 diamond lobbies, and I'm shredding people.
What do you
so
mean?
I'm gonna
dude?
miss
the,
it.
The Volt is like 100% like the roller gun.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I honestly did. I
so
was
good.
using the mouse and keyboard gun because
Yeah,
they
you
call
were
me
using
Mr.
the Flatline.
Flatline, and I'm using it on a controller because I'm a fucking buffoon. But yes, the Volt is hella good. And then the replicator. Guns are in the replicator now. They cost 30. That's what we kind of assumed it was going to cost.
right in that
so
range.
we were there.
Yeah.
And it sucks that the Flatline's gone, but it's not really gone. It's there in spirit.
Now the only difference is you're not going to get fucking demoed off rip by a flatline. That's it.
Now
You're
it's
just not-
going to be a fucking car
Or Rampage.
or a Rampage.
Yeah, which, I mean, Rampage is still going to be annoying, but I still think that with how slow the Rampage shoots and how quickly it burns through the thermites, you can play around it. There's
Yes.
ways to play around a Rampage. You have to. It's not the Spitfire is what I'm saying.
Speaking of the Rampage, we are going to take a quick ad break, and on the other side, we're going to go into our discussion on who or what was snubbed from the Season 12 patch notes. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right, here we are. Who or what was snubbed from the Season 12 patch notes? And I think at the top of everyone's list is the Rampage. They put it in the patch notes, but all they did was say the retroactive things that happened on January 13th. So they teased you. They put Rampage right there. You're like, oh, fuck yeah. And it was just the changes that they already did, which we tested. And it takes the same amount of bullets to kill somebody as it did before, even with a 2 damage nerf.
Yes.
They need to do 1 more damage to it.
They need to do 1 more.
And it's 1 more. That's all it needs is 1 more damage. Take down 1 more, put it at 25, and it's going to add a couple extra bullets to it. And that'll be perfectly fine. Or they leave it as it is and just neuter how much they actually get to use as a charge up, because a non-charged up Rampage is not bad.
No.
Nope.
I'm not really afraid of it. But a charged up Rampage, now that's scary. But, I mean, if they only had 30 shots of it, I can wait that out.
Yeah.
I can outplay that pretty easy.
Unless they're like running on you, but like you move so slow with an LMG that I don't think.
Honestly, if they're running on to me with a Rampage, I'm happy because that gun fucking sucks up close.
Yeah, in the right hands, it can be pretty dangerous. Once again, it's always whoever's using it, but if you're assuming that a good player or a semi-decent player is carrying this weapon, a lot of times you're going to lose that fight just because of the weapon. It's not because of the person you're going up against. It's literally the weapon, because it has that ability, especially when charged up, to completely change and like tilt the outcome of a fight. Now, it's like, okay, well, that's part of being in a BR. Yeah, I would say that for the most part, but I felt like the longbow maybe should have been replaced by the Rampage inside of the replicator. I think that would have made a better choice.
Yeah,
I agree. That makes more sense. I would like to see the Rampage not in the game early. I would like to, not a care package. I don't think it needs to be care packaged. I don't think it's as strong as the Spitfire was, and it's not needing such a big nerf that like the L-Star needed. But it's still a very strong gun. I think it needs to be in the replicator, and that's purely so we don't get those feel bad moments where they landed on the best ground loot in the game and I'm just getting bodied the whole time.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is you bring up a great point by saying late game it's not as big of a problem. Like late game it can be annoying, but if there's high ground, low ground situations, it's not usually that bad. It's more when there's open fields. That's when it's kind of shitty, when it's just like they're just firing bullets and they're just connecting.
The Rampage plays at the same range the G7 Scout does. That's where the Rampage wants to be at. It's basically a G7 Scout with a 40 round mag.
Yeah, and it can be charged and shoots
Yeah,
fire-breathing bullets.
Okay, so a G7 Scout 40 round mag and a temporary turbocharger.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what it is. You take away that turbocharger, just like any other turbocharged gun, and it gets a lot worse. And if you get in close on it, just like you do against G7, it gets a lot worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially with the lack of movement speed that it has up close.
One thing I will say about the Rampage is it feels bad off the rip because you only have 150 like health, and 2 shots it takes away your entire shield.
Yeah.
So then you're already kind of fucked off that.
That's why. And then late game, it's a completely different story.
Late game, you can poke against a Rampage, and you can play against a Rampage at a pretty fair rate.
Yeah.
It's just off the rip. I wish that it was in the box instead of the longbow. Longbow's a great sniper, but it shouldn't, or I said box, replicator.
Replicator, yeah.
Longbow's a great sniper, but it shouldn't be in the replicator. It's not a replicator gun.
Nah.
I think they stayed away from it because they were afraid of fucking up the
loot pool
again. The loot pool. And having all the heavy ammo disappear off the map instead of there being a surplus of it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest reason why.
Some other changes. Once again, Pathfinder, our friend, he still doesn't have a passive.
Nope.
And they didn't even mention it, which, I mean, I guess. But, I mean, it's just so apparent that he needs a passive. It's just so, like... So many legends do exactly what he does, but they double it. And I understand the fact that, okay, he's much more offensive and his kit is way more explosive than a lot of other legends out there. But, man, he needs give him something, man.
Like, think about it. Like, the legend we just got runs faster with shotguns and also when shoots people can see them through walls. Like, and Pathfinder, all he does is I scan beacon and I get ultimate again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get it 10 seconds later. or 10 seconds earlier than I would before.
Yeah,
Like,
which is, you know,
I don't know. So Pathfinder still doesn't have a passive. That's a whole nother episode. We could go into Pathfinder passives all over again like we just did a few weeks ago, like we have like 7 times on this podcast history.
Clearly, they never listen to us.
But they don't listen to us. Yeah, they definitely don't. So
how long has it been since Pathfinder hasn't had a passive?
5,
6, 7, 6.
I
don't want to say season 6.
I don't know, actually.
it might have been when Bloodhounds,
I think Bloodhound buff.
maybe right before his heirloom.
Oh,
Maybe.
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't that
remember.
was that
no,
long.
it was after that because it was when Bloodhound started being able to scan beacons.
That's as soon as they all,
That's the second his passive went away. 'Cause
Yeah, 'cause
somebody
everybody-
else could do what he could do.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I'm sorry, his ultimate is they could just rework his ult. They could leave his
Yeah.
passes up if he scans a beacon and his passive charges his ult faster. That is a great passive if his ultimate is worth it. Then that's perfectly fine. But if it's not, then it's shit. And I'm sorry, the zipline is a shitty ultimate.
Especially when all the other movement legends do everything Pathfinder does except not in a straight fucking line that
Well,
you can
bro,
just shoot at.
Even better, give him zipline. Give him make it like red or something, and make it a silent zipline. That'd
that'd be
Stealth
interesting.
zipline?
Yeah.
Stealth
the
zipline.
stealth, it's called stealth line or something.
Yeah, you can hear it pop, but you can't hear where they're coming from. Dude, that'd be
Dude,
so
that'd be
fucking sick.
How
Oh my
disgusting
god.
would that be? And how much would we rage seeing a
Oh, I
Revenant
rage
come
every
off?
single
Bro,
time.
every time. See a
I'm,
Revenant
right
come
now,
off
I'm
that?
saying I'd love it, and then when it happened to me, I'd be like, "Fuck that!" But I know that. I know my future me problems. Fuck future me. He's a bitch. I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. Okay, I want this. I want secret zipline. I want Agent 007 Pathfinder. That's what I want.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Another legend that I don't necessarily agree with, but Kyle wants to make this point. Seer.
Yes. So, man, I know, like, Seer to me feels a little lackluster, if I'm going to be honest.
I'm scarred.
I know you're scarred.
I'm so scarred.
There's so many people who are scarred.
Bring back OP Seer.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want it back?
No,
Bro, I'm scarred so bad. I couldn't put him on the cover of one of the Grab My Banner episodes for 2 seasons because I was so scarred. I just did it last week. That was the first. I couldn't even look at him. I was so scarred from that beginning of the season. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to. Now I'm like, okay, I was actually playing Seer this weekend. I had some fun. But I do see what you're saying. There's...
Well,
it's a tactical. It feels like it doesn't have enough oomph to it.
well, no,
Yes.
I think the tactical is fine. I think it's the passive because, like, the passive, you don't know how many feel bad moments you have when you're playing Seer and you like you scan the heartbeats real quick and you're like, yeah, nobody's near us, and then you go through the door and they're like right on the other fucking side, and you're like, they weren't on the heartbeats. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you know, like,
that's what I noticed too.
That's-
I did notice that, but I do
that
agree
is
with
an issue.
Brian that the tactical is like
I don't.
I don't really like it. I think that's the weakest part.
it's so
It's not-
powerful though. Like,
Okay.
you see people for 15 seconds, and on top of that, you can cancel reses.
So the tactical is incredibly powerful, especially with somebody with great game sense that knows when they're rezzing, where they're rezzing at, and where, or like when they're healing, what they're hiding behind, all that. It's a great tactical, but it just there's something about it doesn't feel like you're actually doing anything. It doesn't feel as strong as a Bloodhound scan. It doesn't, like, everything about that. You want to play a different legend if you're just using him for that. His ultimate is great. I love his ult, but his tactical is just something feels off about it, and I don't know what it is.
yeah.
Like, it's
Honestly,
just-
I feel like the tac's fine, man. I mean, think of all the things that it gives you. It lets you see their health bar. It cancels heals, cancels reses. You know, like
It's a very strong ability. I don't think that they need to buff it per se,
yeah.
but they need to change something about the way that it happens to make you feel better when you're using it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not satisfying to use.
What if it came back faster? So it wasn't like you
If it came back faster, but it lowered the amount of time that you saw them, I'd be fine with that. If they lowered it to like 8 seconds and it came back like maybe 8 seconds faster, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
So I'd be okay with that. You want to be careful with getting into faster charges on these things, purely because if you have it come back every 8 seconds and you also have a Bloodhound on the team, then that has an ult going, we'll say, one-time Bloodhound ult during the fight. you're getting scanned for 8 seconds. By the time you're done with that scan, Bloodhound is now scanning you. So you're never not visibly aware during that time. And I don't know if that's necessarily something you want. Like, we have to be worried about a scan.
No, I see what you're saying. I didn't say make it 8 seconds. I said maybe subtract 8 seconds from.
Oh, I thought you said subtract 8. And
if
then
it was actually,
in 8.
I don't even know exactly how long it is
I think
before
it's
it comes
like
back.
20 something seconds.
Yeah, if they just if it's 12, I think that's a lot better than 8. I wouldn't want it at 8 because a Reinhardt, what's it called? Fire Strike was, I think, 6, and I could use it whenever I wanted, I felt like. And I wouldn't want Seer to have that ability. But maybe, and I just said 8 as like a random number. I need to look at the actual numbers to see it, but I would be fine if you lowered the amount of time you could see somebody with the amount of time that it takes to come back.
Okay, yeah, like a double, kind of a nerf and a buff at the same time. Same balance, same power level you want to keep. Yeah. But you want it to be you want to make it more interactive for playing him. You want to have more things to do while you're playing him.
Yes. I think
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
I think Seer doesn't need really a buff in game. I think he just needs to feel like he fits in with like the lore and stuff. And I'm not a big lore guy, but I've seen a lot of tweets from, data miners and other people who pay attention to the lore and stuff like that. They're like, dude, like he just doesn't feel like he fits, and he should have a tie-in with another legend, and maybe they should capitalize off of that more and be like, hey, Seer knows this person. I believe he knows Rampart in the story. I think it's a lot funner for people to like play along with a legend when they have a backstory on them, because how many people do you see main a legend that just sucks so much dick? Like Mirage. A lot of people love Mirage, and he's like, he has a great story behind him. I think you give Seer a little bit better of a story. I think maybe, I don't know. You could do a lot of things. Maybe you use that as his story. He feels left out in the Apex games, and they try to, maybe one person reaches out their hand. It's similar to a Watson Crypto type of situation. Crypto was like, I feel left out. She brings him in. Maybe you do something like that with Seer. Bring him in, give him a story, and then people can be like, okay, I like this guy. I'm gonna play him. Even though he's not the best in game, I'm going to play him.
Literally half the reason I want to play Mad Maggie is because I love the storyline so fucking much.
I still play Lifeline a lot because I just love her attitude. It's so weird to say that because it's like her kit is like nowhere near the top, but it's just like you grow a connection with a legend, and I think it's hard to grow a connection with Seer right now because they really haven't given him a basis,
and he doesn't really have a personality that much.
Right? Yeah, it's like he's mysterious. Maybe keep him mysterious, but define some of those mysteries. Yeah, be like, this happened when he was young, or this happened when he was a little bit older.
I still don't know to this point in time in the story, like which side does he go for? Is he on the Ash Revenant side of things, or is he like on the Horizon and Lifeline and all, everything like that? Like, what side is he going for? Is there a side to it, or is he like Crypto, who really
he just doesn't care?
Yeah, or Caustic, who just doesn't care about shit.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's actually where they need to kind of move forward with him. Some other things that was snubbed. Arenas. Should we just do an Arenas roast session right now?
Holy fuck.
Arenas fucking sucks, dude. It's so fucking bad. And I used to love it. It's so bad. Awful. It's so bad.
We were so excited for this when it came in. And we wanted ranked in it so bad. And they should have came out with it having ranked to begin with.
Yes.
This was a format that was set up for competitive play, 1v1, for top players to actually show that they're just flat out better than the squads that were across from them. And it flopped so fucking hard.
And you want to know why? Is because that concept that you just laid out that was so good, it doesn't actually register that at all. There is no this squad is better than the other one in Arenas because you don't level the playing field. There's no level playing field in Arenas.
Which makes no sense because you would assume starting at 0, getting all the materials, getting everything like that would make you think that it's a level playing field. Having to choose between the guns that are all the same price straight across, it all sounds like it is a level playing field. But really what it comes down to is, did your teammates buy the wingman?
Yeah, that's really all it comes down to.
Did you hit your wingman shots?
Which, I mean, that's a skill shot to begin with. We'll state that. Wingman is a skill shot. But our 3 wingman shooting at 1 choke point really that much of a skill to
No.
play when the other team is forced to push through those choke points.
Yes, and the worst part is you land one shot in the first round, you've already lost. Like if somebody lands one shot on you with the wingman in the first round, you're pretty much dead. If they land two, your chances of winning that round are almost zero. Because once the first guy goes down, especially if all three of them are running a wingman, there is no ability to come back in that mode at all.
Because of the limited heals.
Extremely limited heals.
It's because of that. If they fixed the heals, if they gave unlimited heals like they do in the 9v9 or like they do in Winter Express, this issue goes away. Now it's not just who gets a lucky poke. Now it's who's actually able to organize as a team a legitimate push to take on a full squad.
Exactly. And the funniest part was they promoted it as like an objective game mode. The objective is just to kill people. There is no objective.
What objective?
Yeah, there was none. Like if you added in like a zone that you had to capture or like
site.
a bomb site,
Dude,
if they
yes.
brought in
Yes,
bombs, like that would change the entire thing. But that's not there. So it's just like you want to know an easy way to fix arenas? You put in some sort of you've already tested out third person before, right? You've already tested that with the game mode that they had. You add in a third person random task where it's like one side starts with a bomb or something like that, or one person is holding an oddball, like going back to Halo a little bit. You add in something like that, arenas could be saved. But right now where it's at, it's literally just
Why play it?
why play? You're just
Why
gonna
play
get
arenas?
wingman run,
Listen, dude.
fucking shot in your face by 7 wingman shots before you can even think, and you can't bounce back.
Honestly,
It sucks. It doesn't matter if you're playing ranked or casual. It does not matter. It's just horrible all the way. Like
It took me 10 minutes to queue up to an arenas game with Kyle yesterday because
nobody
nobody
plays
was
it.
playing it.
Nobody plays it.
How do you have a mode that's supposed to be objective and just nobody's playing
But
it?
for somehow stats say it takes up a third of the player base.
There's no
There's not a chance.
There's no fucking
Not
way.
a chance.
no.
Oh, you know what I was thinking, man? The maps that they made for that would be perfect for Capture the Flag.
Oh fuck yeah, it
Dude,
would.
they'd be perfect for capture the flag. They'd also be perfect for 9v9
Yes.
domination.
That would
Maybe
actually be
it-
sick.
Like a 9v, it's smaller maps. Don't get me wrong, slightly smaller than what we might need, but it would it'd be like playing Rust on Call of Duty. You're very fast paced, very high energy type map, and you have clear center of the map and 2 spawn points where the flags would be. It's perfect.
That would be so cool, actually.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm thinking is like Party Crashers. Like the center of the bridge is B,
Oh,
and then
dude.
each side is A and C, and you
And then you-
fucking have
you
to
spawn on the
cap
sides.
those, and you
Oh,
and you
dude.
spawn on the sides, and you got to run
Dude,
to
that'd
one
be-
of them.
Yes.
That'd be legit. The Seer one, the center.
Oh yeah, the
that'd be
stage
amazing.
one.
Yeah, the stage. That'd be amazing too. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much potential to this, and all they have to do is put a flag in the middle and say capture the zone.
The
That's it.
craziest part about this is they put so much effort into this mode. They literally made third-party maps for this mode, and in this patch notes, they didn't even add a word about arenas in it at all.
It's 'cause-
how do you put that much work in?
Easy when you scrap it for fucking 9v9.
You know what I'm thinking, bro? That dev team that made this mode is like almost all gone.
Yep.
And now they have a new batch of do you know how many devs have left Respawn in the last
Shitload.
year? A bunch.
Bro, I'm curious what game those devs are going to. I'm actually curious about that because I want to know, do those devs continue to carry on and make great game modes and make great games in
Yeah.
general? I'm going to look into that and see where they're going after this. Cause
Well,
I'm curious.
a lot of the devs don't have social media, so the ones that we see leaving are just the ones who are active on social media. There's probably a lot that are staying, but I will say it's crazy how I feel like the new devs are like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are we supposed to do with this? You know, it's just there's so many things that need to be changed in arenas, and it's so crazy because they put out so many maps. Like they put out, even if you take away the POI maps, what do you have? 5, 6 maps?
6.
And you just came out with a new one.
Yeah.
And it's awesome, but it looks great, but it's just like, what is going on with this game mode?
The craziest thing to me is that they didn't list, like, normally every patch notes they do like price changes and stuff. No price changes. Everything's the same. And you
with
had
hammers.
with hammer
Bro,
points.
the only way
The
you
three cheapest guns all have hammer points.
Yeah.
bro. You mean 3 cheapest? The 2 free guns have hammer points.
Yeah.
Dude, the funniest shit is usually they say when a gun moves from the package back to the ground or the ground to the package, they at least put the notation, hey, this gun's not in arenas anymore because it's in the package, or hey, this gun's back in arenas for this price. They didn't even do that. They're like, fuck this mode.
They didn't even do that for the alternator. They were just like,
they're like, whatever, it's fucking arenas. Who gives a fuck? Nobody's playing that shit. Dude, I feel so bad because it was fun when it first dropped, dude. I had so much fun with arenas.
It was so much fun when it first dropped. And then it went to just complete shit, and people started sweating like crazy. The only people that play it now are just pure sweats.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad because I think it has potential, and I feel like it'd be so weird if they just scrapped it entirely. But if they did it for 9v9, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever. Don't even scrap it. Yeah. Literally just add 6 more players to each side and throw in a couple flags and use the same maps. I don't care. And get rid of the fucking buy system.
Yeah. There you go. All right, boys. Well, we've discussed just about every fucking thing this patch notes has to offer. We left some things out, obviously, because they weren't as important. But
by the way,
New Olympus. Is there a big dick on it?
There's a dick.
Oh, there's a dick?
There's a dick.
No, so we got big blue dick. We got big orange dick. What does this one look like?
Okay, so it's not actually on the map, but you know, like the propellers that keep the thing up? There's a giant dick stabbing right through one of those, and it's like a phased dick.
Oh, it's a phased dick.
Yeah, and you can see it right through the fucking thing on the map.
Oh, shit, a phased dick?
It's a phased dick,
A phased dick.
So we got a phased dick, we got big blue, we got big orange.
What color is it?
It's like purple. It's like
purplish blue?
Orange. Like,
well, it's a phased dick.
No,
wait. So the PPD?
Well, we got to figure out what. So phase, it goes through things.
Purple phase dick. PPD.
We called the ghost dick.
Ghost stick.
Ghost stick. Okay.
The ghost dick.
We got the ghost stick.
We got the ghost dick. Casper's dick.
Casper's dick.
We got Casper's dick. We've got big blue. We got big orange. We got 3 dicks on the map.
There's 3 dicks.
What did we say when this map dropped? We said, give us more penis-shaped items, and we got another one.
Yep.
That's it. Season 12 is a success.
Maybe they do listen to the
show. All right. Well, no. Brian's prediction.
One question real fast before we get into my prediction. Have we had any major bugs yet on launch?
One is, so Maggie's passive, they fucked it up, and now if anybody on your team shoots somebody, you can see them through a wall.
That's just Apex.
I mean, that's... Okay,
Apex is just bugs.
That's fixable, but no crashes, no big mod events, nothing that has.
There's a small crash problem.
Frame rate loss.
There's frame rate loss on console.
Okay.
There's a huge frame rate loss problem on console, and then also
all run of the mill.
Basically, okay. So nothing just. Compared to what we've seen,
run-of-the-mill Apex.
The cafe has a fire in it, but it's not on fire.
Yeah,
but that's always been the case.
The audio is actually really bad on Olympus too.
That's normal. That's normal.
Because there's another fucking dick. They don't know what to do.
They're like, we don't know what to do with this audio.
We've added too many dicks now. we don't know what to do.
We're fucking so many things on this map.
If that's the case, if nothing's just game breaking where it absolutely shits.
Nothing's crazy.
This is going to be an amazing season.
Awesome.
This is going to be one of the best seasons that we've had since launch.
Okay. Kyle, you never gave a prediction.
I think with New Olympus and everything, I actually think this season's going to be a lot of fun to play. It just depends on kind of how the meta shapes out, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, out of everything that just came into the game, the only thing that will be the redeeming factor of this season will be Olympus. I think that's going to be it. I think people are going to come to love Olympus like they should have. Olympus Army stand up.
Let's go.
They should have always loved it. And now they're going to. I think all the other things are going to annoy people like it always does. We know gamers. They like things at first, and then they hate them at the end. And I think the one thing that's going to stay the same is they're going to like Olympus. Similar to Seer season where everything sucked. We had the week where just shit didn't work. But the one redeeming factor was World's Edge. Same thing, I think, this season.
Okay.
I think that.
They need to thank their map designers so much, except for the one who made Kings Canyon. But they need
the newest
to
versions of Kings Canyon, yes.
Well, the newest one's good.
Shut up,
one
Brian. Brian,
to that
don't even talk,
Bro,
Brian.
Kings
Don't.
Canyon's good. I'm excited for
Spotted
Ranked
Lakes.
Kings Canyon.
No, you're dude.
I
why
am
would you
excited
say
for Ranked
something like
Kings
that?
Canyon.
You
Nobody.
fuck.
Bro,
I'm gonna-
I want that.
Say so.
Nobody's
I'm not
excited
saying
for
sorry.
Ranked
No,
Kings
I'm
not
Canyon.
not saying
one
sorry for that.
person.
Bro, I will hit Plat 2. I can get to
Whoa.
Plat 2.
Why? What? That's such a weird thing to say.
I don't know. I didn't trust
Plat
myself to
2?
say 1. Do you want me to hit Plat 1?
No, if you're gonna say plat 1, you might as well say diamond.
Okay, fine. I'll hit. Nah, fuck. That's
You can't fucking say-
Brian,
That's
we
a
can,
tough
we
one.
can have
Hey,
diamonds
that's a
together.
tough one.
How about that?
Yes,
Schmoz-
Carter,
Schmoz
Brian,
won't play with
diamond
me.
I
run.
can play with you. I'm
You
a
won't play
bronze
with me.
4.
Carter, Brian,
you
diamond
know you
run.
can't play with me.
I'm a bronze 4.
Carter, diamond, Brian run.
Yeah.
Wait, the reset. You can play with me now.
What do you mean the
'Cause I-
reset?
Because every season you lose a tier and a half. I lost a tier and a half. Now you can play
Yeah,
with
I've
me.
lost like a tier and a half for the last 4 seasons.
Yeah,
Carter,
see, now you can play
Brian,
with me.
diamond run. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So
oh,
we'll
you're
do
gonna
it.
do it.
We'll
Yeah.
do it. But we're doing it on Kings Canyon.
I'm an Olympus
That's
guy.
the second half
No,
of
he's
the
in.
season.
Wait. No,
Why
because
are we
Brian's
gonna
saying he
wait
wants
that
to do it
long?
on Kings Canyon.
Because I want to do it on Kings Canyon.
This will be a test for you, Carter.
This was my first. That was my first diamond.
Yeah.
Kings
That was
Canyon.
when I came back and it was Kings Canyon and I got diamond.
See,
and
there you go. I
thought,
guess you're a
good.
Kings
It's going to
Canyon
be the
player.
biggest test.
All right.
Yep. Spotted Lakes, bro.
All right.
It's going to be the biggest test. So if we can do it, we can do it.
Can we put side bets out of whether or not Carter flakes on this?
I think the odds would be too heavily in the favor of Carter flaking for us to put bets on it.
That's messed up. I'm actually. I just marked up my calendar.
Oh,
right now.
no, you
yeah.
Check the tape.
Oh,
Check the tape. Mark my calendar.
tape.
All right, well, that should just about do it for the patch notes discussion. We're gonna go into Grab My Bachelor, where we talk about some homie troubles. What if one of your friends was around this girl? What do you do then? We're gonna hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. Love, the universal language. For some, love comes easy.
Could she be the one?
But for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes, I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows,
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
but in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, we are back for another week of Grab My Bachelor. And this one's going to be interesting, boys, because I don't know if anybody here has been in this position, but it's a weird one. I think people go through this a lot more than you would expect. So this week on back. Oh, you know what? First, Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, we had a great night last night.
Yeah, we did.
Went to karaoke night.
Yes.
We didn't sing
Damn.
songs per se. We didn't grab the mic, but we sang with whoever was singing just about every song.
I sang my fucking heart out last
Yes,
night.
I
Can I
almost
get an invite to the next one?
don't do this because
Oh,
you never come.
I
Carter,
wanted to go.
We're going next Monday.
Okay.
You got the
Yeah.
invite next Monday.
Carter, we're going
And
next
Chris
Monday.
will be there. We're going.
Oh, Chris is gonna be there. Fuck yeah.
So we sang just about every song. There were some nice ladies there. We didn't talk to any ladies for you, but
That's okay.
you had a good night.
Yeah.
You
I-
just chilled out.
I had fun.
You had a good time.
I sang my heart out. You know, it was lots of fun hanging with people, getting some drinks, getting the juices flowing.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So, let's say, for instance, you do go out and
Okay.
you've got a girl with you, and you're hanging out with this girl. All of a sudden, your boys come. You're like, "Hey, can I bring my boys?" She's like, "Yeah, bring your boys. I want to meet your friends." Your friends start coming in, and then you notice your best friend walks in, and he takes a peek at your girl that you're with right there, and he does like a little oh shit. And then your girl goes, "Oh my goodness." And you're like, "What?" "I used to date that guy." "Oh shit, that guy is my friend." How do we manage this situation? Because you've got a best friend, but you've also got a potential wife here. What's going on? What do we do,
What
boys?
is it called? First of all, it's called like iceberglitis.
Wait, what?
No.
What?
Wait, what?
What? Say that again.
Glad-
What is that word?
Are we
Say it
making a nice dish, or are we talking about relationships?
what's the name of you?
Eskimo Brothers?
Eskimo Brothers.
You
Iceberg
were-
lettuce. Iceberg lettuce was close.
Assuming that's
Yeah.
the one you were referring
Yeah,
to,
you
right?
see where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. No. What the fuck?
I'm happy you said it because I want to call it iceberg lettuce from now on.
It's
Hey.
probably a better term.
Hey, bro, we're iceberg lettuce.
Iceberg lettuce, boys. Let's talk about this. I think the first thing we got to figure out here
It's
is
how long.
how well. There's a few.
Oh,
how
sorry.
long? No, that's
I would say
right.
top 3. How long?
How long?
Uh-huh.
How serious?
Yes.
And how did it end?
Ooh.
Because those are all three
Yeah.
important things.
Yeah.
I think we can easily figure this out by doing a DEF CON list. Starting at DEF CON 1. Maybe they just got super drunk one night and just maybe
it
they
was
banged.
just a one night
A
thing.
one night. They
One
don't
night,
even remember each other barely.
They banged
Was-
each other at a party once and they were fake.
which is fine.
Yeah,
It's
which is
fine.
totally fine. You're just like, oh, okay,
It's
well,
kinda, I mean, you gotta. That's kind of.
it's still a little difficult.
Do you talk about that?
I think you have to.
You have to address it.
You have to at least.
You have to
That would
address
be
it.
in my mind the whole fucking.
That's what I mean.
life.
You have to address it.
You know what? I do have a story about this. So one of the more mad times I've ever been in my life was I was with a girl. We went to a wedding. She knew the whole time. Well, there was a guy there that she used to be in a relationship with. She didn't tell me the whole time, and I could see this guy like eyeing her the whole time. And I was like, "Hey, what's up with this dude?" She didn't say. She was like, "Oh, nothing. Like I don't really know this guy." And then at the end of it, they had a relationship together, and she just straight up lied to me. That really pissed me off. So it's
okay.
better to get that out of the way at the beginning.
So you do have to.
No,
You got to
So-
address it.
So you
gotta-
do have to address the iceberg lettuce.
I ended up at that
Yeah.
wedding. I was already faded, and then I got really mad. I stormed out. I went to like 7 bars with her cousin. Her cousin got me way more faded, and then I was in like a field of cows at one point. I was in rural Illinois, and I was just walking around, and I was just with her cousin, and her cousin was awesome. Love that guy. We went to just a lot of bars, and we cooled off, and then the next day I was fine. But you can't not say it. You got to say it.
Okay.
And if you're in that position too, Kyle, you have to say it. You got to tell her.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Well, I think you got to address it either way. You don't want to be a dick and be like, "Oh yeah, nothing ever happened between me and them." Of course not.
Well,
Like,
people do that. I think that's the easiest one to
Just
get over.
one night.
It's just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the hookup.
Yeah. Unless they lie about how serious it was. If they lied about it and they're like, oh, we just hooked up once, but then you find out that they like fucking raised like a baby goat together, that would be really fucked
or
up.
if they like banged like 70 times.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah. No, okay, well, getting into DEF CON 2.
Yes.
So DEF CON 2 is, I would say, and tell me, you guys need to correct me if you or add on to it if you want to.
Yeah.
DEF CON 2, I would say, is they had a semi-physical relationship to where it was happening over a period of like at least maybe like 6 months to maybe a year at the most. And maybe there was like, you know, some thoughts of we could maybe date, but they never ended up doing it.
So
it's
there's
just friends with
repeated
benefits?
there's repeated moments throughout. We'll call them moments for right now.
Yeah.
And those moments, there was intent behind those moments to
Yeah.
proceed further, to
What the
potentially
hell is
proceed further.
moments? Banging?
Yeah,
Banging.
Yeah.
I didn't know
banging.
what that was.
Clapping.
You couldn't.
Clapping
used
cheeks.
anything but moment.
They were ulting together. They were using both of their tacticals together to ult. So
Got
in
it.
Apex
They were
terms,
they were old stacking.
they were ult stacking. yeah.
Horizon Black
Does
Hole.
anal automatically become DEFCON 4? Do we just put anal and even if it was once, is anal DEFCON 4?
Listen, if your homie's done anal on her,
I don't know. Hold on, Kyle. Do we put that to DEFCON 4?
oh no.
Anal has to be DEFCON 4 immediately, right? Or does it just jump to DEFCON 3?
I don't know, Kyle. Was it DEFCON 3 or 4?
What if they only did anal? Does that happen? what if they were just like, yeah, I mean, I guess we banged, but we only did anal. Does that count?
Some are out there. Some would be out there.
You think they go, hey, instead of just fucking me normally, just put it in my ass instead.
It could.
There could
Hey,
be.
You don't know kinks.
You don't-
You don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't kink
that-
shame people.
Okay,
You're
I'm
a
not
sex
kink-
positive
I'm not
podcast.
kink shaming. I'm not kink
Jeez.
shaming.
Kyle closed-minded over
Kyle
here.
literally pre-podcast said, "I like when people tell me to choke me."
Yeah, he
And
said
So
it.
I
then
did
He's a
it.
chokey.
He said it.
He's a
I'm
chokey.
a choker.
He said it.
Fuck you.
Anyway, so that was just a side question. Anal DEFCON 4, maybe. We'll figure that out as we go along. DEFCON 2, Carter said it probably best. Me and Brian said it long-winded. Carter just said friends with benefits. I feel like that's just DEFCON 2.
Yeah, because at that point, there's some sort of, and I'm using the term relationship loosely, there's some sort of relationship there.
Yeah.
Where there's the potential to proceed forward with that. And that's...
Also, I would like to put in like a less than 4-month relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like the same thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like so not friends with benefits. Maybe they didn't like
Just
sleep together, but
really-
they were 4 months like together.
Yeah, they're together for a short time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'll throw that
also-
in there in DEFCON 2.
So dating. essentially.
Dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dating, friends with benefits, those are the
Short
same
dating.
category.
I think it's
Short-term dating.
Dating,
Short durational dating tish.
talking.
Talking,
Yeah,
but
talking.
dating
Talking.
in a short-term
Yeah.
mattereth.
But see, like in DEFCON 2, though, I feel like it's easier to get over the short-term dating than it is the friends with benefits.
Yeah.
So DEFCON 3's got to be better for friends with benefits.
Right?
But
Is
like
it?
friends with benefits for longer duration.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
time.
Like they've been banging for like 6 months or something like that.
So what should we do with regular friends with benefits?
like less than 6 months.
I feel like that's a
Less than 30 times.
Less than 30?
Less than 20. Less than 50.
Let's say less than
Less
15.
than-
Because 15 times banging is actually a lot of times.
Yeah, if you
That's
bang for
either,
15
that could be. I mean, I don't know. That could be like a week.
Because if you do
or
once
that
a
could be
week,
15 weeks.
yeah, because that's 15
That's
weeks.
either
That's a
1
long
week or
time.
15 weeks. That's a long gap.
If you're trying to be friends with benefits and you're banging once a week for 15 weeks, I would say that's
There's-
almost DEFCON 3 level.
Hey, people out there who have had friends with benefits, how many times are you banging?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're friends with benefits with someone, you're doing at least more than one.
Maybe, maybe like
At
once
least
on a
twice.
so maybe once on like a Friday night, once on like a Thursday. Okay, so let's say it's Monday is the
Say,
start
like,
of the week.
midweek.
Let's say it's Monday start of the week.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a Tuesday night
Tuesday
and then
and
like
then
a
a weekend.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
3?
I'm saying three.
3? Brian's saying 3
yeah,
weeks.
I've had a couple friends with benefits, and
It
the
was like
average
3.
was about 3, and then you're like, all right,
So you
I'm
made
bored.
me ask the audience for nothing. I could have just asked
I
you.
didn't want to interrupt you.
That was mean.
I thought I'd
Sorry.
let
It could
you
have been
finish your
nice
comment.
if you look at it from a different perspective.
I just embarrassed myself.
No, you're good.
No,
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 you
you asked-
look great.
You
look
asked
great.
a
You look
very
awesome.
real question,
You look
and
great.
I had an answer for it. I waited till you finished your
He
question.
waited. He
Yeah.
waited.
I was trying to be polite.
So do we leave friends with benefits in 2?
No,
I-
goes to 3.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think short term.
Less than 5.
No.
Okay, sure. Friends with benefits is in there if it ended terribly.
No,
Because if it ends terribly,
it's even worse.
no. Because if they fought and it ended terribly, or like they were just like, I hate this person. We just like slept together. It's easy for her to be like, listen, I slept with this guy, but he honestly sucks. I hate this dude.
What if they just,
No, but that's
they
worse.
weren't really friends
So-
with benefits. They just like banged a few times.
So
Well,
Like
isn't that friends with benefits?
No, like friends with benefits. There's
But
some
they're
sort
not,
of like
texting someone and be like,
yeah,
"You wanna bang
texting
tonight?"
like texting for a booty call, basically. While if they just went to a couple parties and hooked up at 1, 2, 3 parties over the course of a couple years, like New Year's parties or something, I wouldn't call that friends with benefits. You just hooked up at a couple parties,
yeah, but
and there was no plan to meet up with them. There was nothing ahead of time. You're probably thrashed every time. Like that's a very real scenario, and it's not something that's
Yeah, I think friends with benefits definitely goes to DEFCON 3, and you move that kind of like casual sex kind of down to 2.
Okay,
so. So
casual sex.
So remind me, what was DEFCON 1?
DEFCON 1 was just
Which
they
is
Banged
Smashing.
one night.
they banged
Oh,
one
sorry,
night.
the solo hookup, barely remember anything, questionable
It's
if
not
it even
about
happened.
barely remembering,
let's do they banged one night
It's just a hookup.
and they were just hooking up, and then maybe we throw in on DEFCON 1 they DM'd back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe we throw
Yeah,
that in there.
some sort of connection afterwards, and then but nothing deep. Everything's
No.
superficial, surface level.
Yes.
Okay, and then DEFCON 2 is there's more emotions tied to it. Still not deep, but still emotion tied to it at some level,
Yeah.
and repeated action
Yes.
involved.
Okay, DEFCON 3.
Action means banging, Carter.
So I should have probably specified that. There's 4 DEFCONs. I'm only going off zombies. Call of Duty.
There's 5
Map
There's
Defcon.
5 in that map.
Fuck.
That's why
Okay.
Oh, the midnight. It's 5.
Okay. We'll say threat level midnight is the worst
Yes.
it could possibly be. So we go to 4 DEFCONs, 1 threat level midnight.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So 3. You
That
haven't watched
friends
The
with
Office.
benefits.
Dude, I don't watch the Office.
You don't watch The Office.
Yeah.
A lot of people watch The Office. They'll
Yeah.
get it.
Okay,
They'll
they'll
get it.
they'll get that. I don't get
cool
it.
They'll
People.
get Okay, DEFCON 3 has to be friends with benefits, and then also maybe they like seriously dated for a few months,
Yeah.
right?
Any serious dating.
Any serious
if
dating.
you are
Less
serious,
than-
especially the older I'm getting, if it's a serious dating, that's to me that's
But this
something
is
that
only
needs to be
DEFCON
addressed.
3.
3, yeah.
This is 3.
Less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years. That dude.
No,
so
because
much can
we
happen.
still
what
no,
goes
we
to
still need,
DEFCON
no. There's that's
4?
why it's still
We have
3.
2
There's
more
more.
levels.
It's still
Bro.
DEFCON 3.
There's more.
No, but what I'm saying is, DEFCON 4 would be the long-term relationship
Yeah.
where they were banging and they dated for a long time.
And maybe they lived together.
Maybe they lived together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually a big one,
Okay.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with
So
that.
so we'd say less than 2 years,
Yeah.
DEFCON 3. But if they go to 2 years, it's a tough DEFCON 3. That's a hard DEFCON.
That's at the tippity brim. Of
That's at the tippity brim. He
tippity
said.
brim of the
The
between
DEFCON
2 and
3.
3. Wait,
Yes.
no, between 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So then, DEFCON 4,
Yes.
they dated for a long time.
Ooh.
A long
Yeah.
time. Maybe they raised a dog. Maybe she still tries to go see that dog. Maybe they lived together for a while.
Another thing that I want to add to DEFCON 4 is if it ended badly.
If it ended badly after dating for a long time,
Yes.
they might be dating you as a rebound, and you
Anything-
got to be careful.
Any of these, if they ended badly, could bump this up 1 tier. Everything has the ability to bump up 1 tier if it ended that badly.
Yes.
But I think it could also go the other way if it ended well, where they're just like, oh, it's just wrong place, wrong time. And then they see you at this party, they see you at this wedding, and they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Remember when you used to fucking clap my cheeks? And then she'd be like, oh yeah, it was so fun. And then they maybe leave
Wait,
you
she said
at
that.
the
Wait,
wedding.
hold on.
Said-
She was
was
clapping his cheeks.
We don't kink shame on this podcast. This is a sex positive podcast.
whoa, I'm not kidding.
all right.
Whoa,
This is
no
sex
kink
po-
shame.
this is
We're
sex
clarifying.
positive.
We're clarifying.
This is sex positive.
Hey,
I feel like you guys are attacking. I feel like you guys are
You're
attacking.
telling me
It's
a
for
story, so
research.
I'm just trying to imagine.
Okay,
So
then
when
yes.
I have to see,
Yes.
when you say clapping cheeks, I
Clapped.
want to know who's clapping whose cheeks.
No, it's just no kink shaming. Whoever, it doesn't matter because
Well, I
we
don't-
don't kink shame.
Yeah, either
I'm just trying
could
to
be
put the right
clapping
picture in my
cheeks.
brain.
Let's say, for instance, he was clapping her cheeks and I
See?
worded it wrong. And then
See,
let's say,
now
for
that
instance,
I'm
maybe
picturing
it's the other way.
them clapping each other's cheeks, and then you're off to the side just messing up, and then they're like, "Oh wait, no, I'm."
You're
clapping-
so sad.
No, you're clapping me, and then you're like,
Exactly.
"You guys got it."
So
I have no
if
idea
it,
what you just
if
said.
it
Lots of
ended,
clapping of cheeks here. Okay.
if
What
it
is
ended
in the
goodly,
room?
if it ended goodly, I feel like it could be just as bad as if it ended badly.
No. So
How do you
main
end goodly? By the way,
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you
Nothing ever ends good. There's always an ulterior motive.
you can't. You can't be like you. I don't.
There's always an ulterior motive
Can
whenever
you
a breakup
end
happens.
happy?
I don't know,
Can
I was-
you and can you both of you end happy?
yeah.
The only way I feel
Kyle,
like things end
shut the
happy,
up.
the only thing,
I'm being honest. I was friends with a lot of my exes from high school, and it was.
but
just,
it didn't end happy.
But then, yeah, I'm
it got
friends
to
with an
happy.
ex-
Yeah.
But it didn't end happy. It got to being happy.
Well, yeah, but like whenever you
what I'm
leave somebody, they're not going to be like, "Oh yeah, thanks for leaving me."
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, if it ends happy, that's just as bad as if it ends good. If either she's moving away to chase her dream or you're going away to do your thing.
Nope.
How do we
Neither
know-
applied.
How do we know that? She
I don't
wasn't
know,
pissed?
dude.
Okay, so
Hey, do you-
how does it go then?
What happened?
So we were just because similar. It was a coworker, not Ange. It was a coworker at the time, and me and her had started dating. We got together. We hooked up a few times. She actually became my girlfriend.
Like DEFCON.
Name it in
Well, no,
DEFCONs.
she-
Name it in
she
DEFCONs
actually-
for me.
She actually became my girlfriend. All that
Oh,
kind of stuff.
look at you.
DEFCON 4.
So
Hey,
we
guys,
were in a
blind
relationship, right? Shocker. So we actually said let's have an actual relationship, and we were with each other frequently, all that kind of stuff. And it came to the point where we both said this is not working. This was better when we were just friends.
How much time went by?
Were you pissed in the
long enough
relationship?
to. No, actually, no. Neither of us
give
were.
me a month. Give me a month.
I don't know. Gosh, probably had
How
to
many
be close
moons?
to closing in on a year.
To like 10
DEFCON
months.
3.
Yeah.
Closing in on a year.
10 months.
DEFCON 3.
DEFCON 3.
That's at least 12
So
new
with
moons.
that, we have no issue. We actually, like get along great. I've ran into her outside places and stuff like that, and like it's actually cool.
Did this
She's cool.
relationship start in a? Let me
An
reset that.
Italian restaurant? Yes.
Did this relationship start in a DeChico's by chance?
Yes, an Italian restaurant.
So DeChico's, that's different. That's like DEFCON 2.5. Because DeChico's, I mean, their food just makes people want to fuck. That's just a fact. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I would say that's a 2.5.
Wait, no,
Listen,
that's not it.
Curious question, though. I got a curious question.
All right, serious question.
How would you feel, though, if, like, say I was going to date her even after all that happened?
I would tell you the same thing as okay, I'd tell you the same thing. I told somebody else who had brought it up to me at one point.
Okay.
I said, that's fine. Don't treat her bad because she's also my friend.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Like, that's it. I wouldn't have an issue with it. And I guarantee she would not either.
Would you maybe bring up, hey, listen, I was at DEFCON 2.5 with this girl, so really treat her well. Something like that?
Past me, yes. Me right now, no, I'd say treat her well. She's a good person. She's a good friend of mine. Don't, treat her like shit, basically.
If any of us here,
I would leave it at that.
If any of us here at this table try to date somebody else's girl, we got to speak in DEFCONs. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to say, hey, I was with DEFCON 2.5 with this girl. So and you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll step back.
I was at
I'll cool off.
We did we did anal, so DEFCON 4.
Kyle, so I was at DEFCON 4 with this girl.
Yeah. You're like,
Or you'd be
shit.
like, oh fuck yeah,
You're like,
just dive straight in.
Gosh, that is.
Sex positive.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We're still not done with our DEFCONs.
Okay, so we got to DEFCON.
I have no idea.
Kyle asked a serious question. We got distracted, but Brian answered the question. Now we're back on the DEFCONs.
think we're
DEFCON
on
5. Or no, 4.
We
Because
didn't
5
finish
is threat
4.
level midnight. So
We
4,
just started with 4 was long term.
long term.
Yeah.
So
Movement
we're
in.
talking 5 years. Maybe moved in together. Maybe
Fruits.
tried anal. Maybe did all of the things that
Anything
in a
that's-
long-term relationship that people do.
Anything that's extremely personal, the events that have happened, things like that.
Yes.
How much do you guys actually depend on each other would be a thing. This is where you start getting into the more of the relationship status of it than just the physical aspects of it.
Just
It can-
imagine that person is closer to her than you are with her.
Especially,
Man,
like-
that's tough.
That's
When
a tough
you-
thing to
that's
go through. It's
tough.
like your best friend probably knows her
I can't
far better
swallow
in
that.
Yes.
multiple different ways than you do at this time.
So
That's where it's like, ooh, I don't know if you
So
wanna do that.
with DEFCONs though, you gotta take into account here that there's got to be a time frame in which they are trying to date you now. If you're in a DEFCON 4 situation and it's been 6 months, you have to turn around and run, no matter how much you like her.
No.
There's a small chance it works out, but if it's been 6 months and they were in a DEFCON 4, you're most likely a rebound. I hate to say it, you're most likely a rebound.
Depends how far back that DEFCON 4 was.
No, I just said 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
6
I
months.
missed that
think
part.
you go.
Yeah.
I think you go with the simple formula, which is
Just be your friend for a while. That's a good one, actually.
You
Honestly, dude,
you go DEFCON times 3 plus DEFCON.
So
if
explain
it was,
it to me.
if it was DEFCON 4, you go 4 times 3, which is 12, plus the DEFCON again 4, so it would be
16?
16 months.
16 months.
16
which would
months.
be a
But
year.
if it was DEFCON 1,
year and a quarter.
then it would be 1 times 3 plus 1, so it'd be 4.
4 months.
Yeah.
And honestly, with DEFCON 1,
That's
you could
only-
get away with
yeah,
it.
that's an older formula.
Yes.
Honestly.
Okay, let's get threat level midnight.
Oh man.
Your dude was married to that girl for a long time, and she just got divorced, and you're at a bar and you're staring at her. You're a few cores deep, and you're like, I'm thinking about it. It's threat level midnight. At that point, you got to call up your boy. You got to call him up, be like, hey, I might do something dumb, and then he'll walk you off the ledge. That's threat level midnight.
You
No,
think
no,
at
no, no.
threat
He
level
might not.
midnight, you have to basically unfriend your friend.
Yeah. You at that
If
point
you
you already
wanted
drew the
to,
line.
yeah.
At that point,
you're choosing between your friend and that girl.
Let's say you accept threat level midnight. You have just accepted that your friend is gone.
Yeah.
you have to, okay. So if you're accepting threat level midnight, what you're accepting is that is the person that you're standing by. If push comes to shove, you're sticking with your significant other of that threat level midnight.
That's a great point. So we just brought up the drunken thing, but if you're with this girl, say you watched your homie date her for a long time, and maybe you always thought she could have done better, or maybe
Whatever
your
they
friend
split.
mistreated him or whatever. Yeah.
Even if he didn't, say they split and they just weren't going to work out together, right?
Yeah.
Say it just was never going to work, and then they split, and you realize, hey, this girl is like everything I've been looking for. At that point, you're kind of in a binding contract saying, I'm going to lose this friend, but I'm going to gain a wife that I can spend the rest of my life with.
It's not even as much that. It's I'm potentially going to lose this friend. And if push comes to shove, if I go down this route, there's no turning back on it.
I think you're going to lose the friend for a while. You could get them back.
Yeah, you have to be willing to risk losing that friend to do it. Or and the same goes for the other way. If you choose the friend, you have to be willing to lose that girl or that significant other for it.
Yes.
Like you have to be willing to lose one of the parties.
And you know what they say, love isn't easy.
No, but you won't always lose them both. You may. You just have to be willing to do so, and whatever whatever choice you're going to make is a permanent choice you would have to commit to.
Yes. So it's like it's threat level midnight is going to be the toughest decision you've ever made in your life, because if you've been around this girl long enough, and you would assume if your best friend, because we're talking about homies, right?
Yep.
If your best friend is married to this girl, you know this girl.
Yep.
So you've known them the entire marriage, whatever.
You might have
long
spoke
it
at their
was.
wedding. You might have
you
spoken
might
at her
have.
previous wedding.
Exactly.
That's
And
even worse.
See?
too.
You might have been the
See?
best man.
Yes.
Imagine you're the best man at their wedding, and then you're like, "Hey, man, like,
Can I marry your ex-wife?
I want to marry your ex-wife." Like,
Bro,
imagine that
bro,
conversation.
So what if it's even worse? Hey, man, I want to take your wife that you're separated with out on a date. The divorce isn't final, I know, but I want to take her out.
She's bringing the kids that are yours, but she's bringing them on the date.
no.
That's threat level. That's threat level Satan. That's like, oh my god, that's bad.
Dude,
so-
listen.
That's actually how. Wait, that's my life. Holy fuck! Oh my god, bro.
Oh no.
That's my dad lived threat level Satan.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Drink.
Oh, I gotta drink
drink
it.
to that.
Fuck.
Drink to
Cheers. My poor dad.
The realization.
You're going to go home and be like, Dad, I'm sorry.
My poor dad.
Yeah.
He went through threat level Satan, bro. Oh my god. My life is a lie. Anyway, let me try and bounce back. Let's say that happens. That it could lead to it could lead to the kid having to go to therapy for like 7 years. I wouldn't know. Anyway, fuck me.
Oh, God.
Anybody listening to the pod right now, shout out my dad. Tough times. He went through some tough times.
For real.
Fuck. I'm so caught
He's
up.
so
Dude,
caught
Just rattled right now.
Dude, I literally said that off. Fuck me.
I
Okay.
know.
Anyway,
you said it
let's,
off the top, and then you
Okay.
were just like the realization like hit you.
So back to
holy
the DEF cons.
fuck. Let's get
Going
back to the DEF cons. Let's try and figure out where Kyle. Now you got to be honest here. Don't try and be the guy where it's like, hey, I can handle all this when you can't. Where do you slot in on these DEF cons? Be honest, because I think it's hard for me to even get past 2. It'd be tough for me to get past 2. Brian is actually very understanding with that shit. I've seen Brian be very understanding.
Here's the thing. I'm very understanding with it on only one side of it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I don't think that I would struggle to get past DEF CON 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even if the homie-
if I'm the homie, if I'm the new guy,
oh,
I'd struggle to get past DEF CON 1 because the same thing Carter had mentioned previously, which was how much better do they know her than me?
That would bother
That's
you.
something that bothers me a lot.
DEFCON 1 would be they just banged one night.
Even then, on what level? How much better do they know? Was there conversation that goes on? Those kind of thoughts would live in the back of my head, and those things eat at me, and I can't do. That's not something that's good for me,
So
and I know that that's a bad spot.
And even DEFCON 1 is also they DM'd back and forth. So if they're DMing back and forth, what do they, what did she say? What did she do?
What they say, what they send, what they do, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to.
Where do nudes fit? What if they just sent nudes and they never
DEFCON 1.
DEFCON 1?
DEFCON 1.
Well, it depends on
Wait, whoa,
sorry,
whoa,
depends
whoa.
on the extent of the nudes.
What if they never banged but they sent nudes? What
DEFCON
is
1.
that?
Is that DEFCON 1?
I might say
DEFCON
2.
I think it might be 2.
It might be
It's like,
2.
That's
Then-
not 2.
Then your homie
You
can
do the
picture
same
your girl
thing, though.
completely naked.
What if you and ho-
What do you think's gonna happen during sex? What the fuck?
What if you you and your
Real?
homie get in a fight while you guys are dating and he sends you a nude of your girl? You got to start swinging at that point.
Friendship ended.
Listen,
No.
listen
over.
at that point, yeah, you're swinging. Like that's just what that is.
So would we say like 1.5 or 2.5 on nudes?
1.5.
1.5. It's not a 2. It's not a 2.
Ah, dude, I'm weird. I might say 2.
It's
I
not
might
a
say
2.
nudes is 2.
It's not a 2.
Nudes
now,
is 2?
I might say
let me put it
nudes
this way.
is 2.
It's not a 2, but your homie can elevate it to 2 or even higher if he's saved the photos and does not get rid of the photos.
If he
Yeah.
still has them.
If he
First
still,
of all, if
that's
he-
a different thing.
If he still has the photos, 1, he's a douchebag, and 2, like especially now that you're dating the girl, if he doesn't like get
Oh
rid of
shit!
them,
Yeah.
if he's shit, I'm
that's-
sorry, bro, let me get rid of these. Like,
Don't even say it. Don't say it. To
Don't
me.
even say
the
it.
fact if I was dating one of my friends' girls, but we were like serious, and he said something like, "Oh shoot, let me delete these nudes of her real quick." That would break me, dude. I don't care how much I like
what-
this girl.
that's what I mean,
I'm
like-
a weak individual.
No.
I'm a weak male right there. That would hurt. That would sting.
That's what I mean. Like I don't think I could get past 1 if I'm the new guy because I can't deal with those thoughts in the back of my head. But that being said, if I was the guy who had tried to date her and it just didn't work out, it wasn't a big deal. I don't have an issue with that. Like if you might be a better fit for them, yeah, dude. Like make somebody happy.
Okay.
I got no issue with that.
All right, Kyle. So let's run through the DEFCONs,
Okay.
and when we get to a point where you're like, "That's too much," that's where we'll call it. Let's
so
start at DEFCON 1.
Where am I though? Am I the new guy or am I the old?
You're always the new guy
Okay.
because
You're the
you're
new
coming into dating, right?
Okay,
so you're the new guy. So let's start off. They DM'd back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
They DM'd back and forth on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
They sent some Snapchats.
Are they nude?
They were Snapchat best friends for at least 2 months.
Like
they sent
they got
streaks
a
to each
high
other
ass
every night.
Snap streak.
Yeah, it was high. It was at least like 65 days.
2 months. That's over. Yeah.
That's pretty tough, but I think I could get past it.
That's tougher than
I
Twitter.
think if
I
you
can
have,
suggest
I think
stay
if you have a
consistent.
snap streak, like that is
Bro,
like
that involves some sort of commitment.
yeah, you're committed at that point.
Okay, I
you
feel
know what
that.
I mean.
I see
like,
what
It's
you're
it's
saying.
not about the snapping. It's about the commitment to talking daily.
Yes.
Back
just
and
keeping the streak up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move up into what you consider DEFCON 1. She sent some nudes over.
I could get past
And
some
she tells
nudes.
now all of this is the assumption that she tells you this.
Yes. So I could get past that if my homie didn't have the nudes anymore.
Okay. Well, you can't control your homie,
No, I can't.
and you can't control her. If your homie says, "I'm keeping them," what happens then?
It would put me in a bad spot with me and the homie.
But not you and the girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say now we almost skipped past the biggest part of DEFCON 1. Randomly one night they hooked up.
I could get
drunken
past that
He's fine
easy.
night. Okay. You could get past that easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He could do that.
Okay. DEFCON 2, they were friends with benefits.
That's one's hard.
That one's hard, right?
Because like that means they'd probably bang multiple times.
And you know what's the hardest part about it is it's your own mind that gets you.
Yes.
It's not even what actually happened.
No.
Because she could tell you every single thing that happened, and when you look at it from a bird's eye view, you'd be like, that wasn't that bad. But your own mind runs. Your mind kind of like does all the dirty work for you, and it just sucks. It's one of the worst
And it
things.
My
stays
mind-
in your mind.
It just stays in
Kyle.
there. You
That-
close your
And it just
eyes.
eats your mind.
What I'm picturing in my mind is like she gives me the Gawk 9000 with the twisty wizard.
The Twisty Wizard,
and
yes.
I'm just thinking, man, my homie probably got the twisty wizard
Yes,
too.
he got the Twisty Wizard.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe she learned the twisty wizard from my homie.
Oh, that would hurt.
Like,
That would
dude,
hurt.
then
That
my
would hurt.
mind just runs through that, and I'm like, oh no.
So would we call it at DEFCON 2?
I think I'd be able to live with it, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
'cause I've
now
never
let's
been
throw
in
the
it.
curveball at him. It's the girl of your dreams.
Okay.
Would you be able to grow past it if you had to?
Yeah.
How
That
would
was
you
a
do
quick
it?
yeah.
It was a quick yeah. I
Well,
like that. It was
it was
confident,
confident.
yes.
Yeah.
It was a confident yes.
So, like, even though, like, she banged my homie, if she's the girl of my dreams, like,
she didn't just bang the homie. She gave him the twisty wizard 9,000.
she gave him the twisty wizard with the gawk
with the Gawk
9000.
9,000. Yes,
Yes.
that exactly. Yes,
Yes, I could get past the twisty wizard.
you could get past the twisty wizard.
I think so. If she was like the girl of my dreams, like she was like perfect. Like it was like there was nothing that was like, well, not nothing because everybody's got their own issues, but she was like damn near the most perfect thing.
Damn near. You
Yeah.
could do it.
Oh yeah.
You say that now, but in that position,
Honestly, to be honest, it would hurt my heart for like a couple months, and I would be upset. But I could work past it.
okay.
You were
I do think too. I do think it a little bit comes from the other party, like it.
which other party? There's two other parties.
Well, I
in
mean,
this.
Well, no, from her, like to help you be like, hey, I know you're struggling with this, something like that.
Yeah, if she could comfort me, then that would be fine. Also, like if your homie wasn't like, "Ha, banged your girl, dog," like if it wasn't like that, then you're fine.
Yeah. Well, he might.
Because if it's like, hey, I clapped your girl's cheeks like every other day, it would ruin it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But if you just let it go and it's like, oh, it happened one time, but it's not a big deal.
What if you were at DEF CON 5, girl of your dreams?
No.
You couldn't do it?
No.
Even if it was the girl of your
I
dreams.
don't give a-
Guaranteed happy life.
I'm telling you right now, I don't even talk to any of the women that you guys have ever dated and broken up with purely because I never want that to happen.
So you're just like, fuck that.
No, as soon as you guys date a girl, I'm just like, she's gone. Like
She's not even real.
she's out of existence.
she's no
the
longer.
Population was 9 billion. It's like 9 billion. It's like 8,998,000 or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so Kyle that's the type of friend he is. He's the most loyal friend you
Wow.
could have. He's like,
Kyle's a loyalist.
I would literally not have the happiest life ever with this girl just for the homie. That's the type of friend you need.
Yeah.
You need a friend who would negotiate a DEF CON 5.
Kyle's get bad reps.
They do.
Meet a Kyle.
Meet a
Have
Kyle.
a friend that's a Kyle.
No. I don't want you to think that I was roasting him right there. That was
No, that's
you
genuine.
Want that.
You want
Yeah.
a Kyle.
You want that.
Kyles in general get a bad rep.
They do.
Kyle-
They do.
Kyles are misunderstood.
They're misunderstood.
They're amazing people.
Yeah.
Meet a Kyle.
Kyle
know a
got
Kyle.
further than I did on that list.
What? Really?
I think, Brian and I were talking about it.
Wait, bro, wait, where would you go?
Oh, fucking low.
DEF CON 0?
Low.
She's like, if she's even looked at my friend, I'm
Oh,
fucking
yeah. My mindset is just so ass.
oh,
I can't.
shit.
I'm so weak.
Damn.
So wait, like you're telling me that like if they just talked one time over Instagram or something,
Oh, I'm
you wouldn't be
weak,
able to do
man.
it.
No,
No?
I could do like texting.
If they texted,
I'm fine with that. I don't care.
okay, but you're saying,
But the important thing is you know that. And you're like, this is where I got to get better. Right?
what it?
No.
No? Yeah, you're like, fuck that. I'm
Time
not
out.
getting
Time
better. Okay, I respect that answer too.
Carter, what if you don't know though? Like, what if you start dating this girl and everything's
Oh, the
going
more I
great,
know, don't even tell me.
and then out of
Don't even
nowhere
tell me.
she meets your
But
friend,
the
and
thing
then
is, I want
What
to
if your
know
friend
just
tells
so I
you?
can get that. Like, I want to fuck up my brain.
You want-
So
you
tell
want the
me.
fire?
Like, if you really didn't want to hurt me, don't tell me.
Okay.
But I want to know because I want to.
Bro, that's
I want to
like
die in my head.
so
Okay.
hold on, time out.
you're a
so
fucking psychopath.
Yes.
So essentially, you're nuts.
yeah, you're
But we lo-
insane.
But we love you anyway.
Yeah.
Do we? After this?
I fucking
I
love
still love
Carter.
Carter.
Tell me
Then
stuff.
yes.
I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Yeah,
Like-
I feel that. I feel where Carter. It is really hard because like it's easy to say in the moment like, oh, I could do this, oh, I could do that, but then when you're actually in that moment, like I've made a complete ass
Yeah.
out of myself many times.
Yes.
Over and over. I've done a lot because I can't handle it. Most of the time, alcohol is involved.
That is.
So that's
Very true.
That's one thing, but like that happens. So it's easy to say that you'd be the stronger man in that. Do you have any other questions, Kyle?
Don't ask questions, Kyle. Just everything is just all good.
Ignorance is bliss, Kyle.
What my other question is like, what if you're on the reverse side?
Well, I think if you're on the reverse side and you really care about your friend, you don't ever.
What if you don't want him to date that girl though, because like things ended bad between you, but he's like head over heels for her.
I think if you don't want your friend to do it, I think maybe you're still holding something back, and that's something with you. Because what I found is all of my exes that I thought I cared about at the time, now that I'm in the position that I'm in, if one of you were to date my most prominent other ex that you guys know, and you're like, hey, I'm going to date her, I'd be like, oh, okay, sure. Because I don't care. Like, okay. I think if you're in a position where you're saying don't date this person, you're still holding on to a little something, and you got to figure out what that is.
And, like, let it go.
And let it go. If you can let it go, then things can get better for you and for the person. Because essentially what you're saying is when you say no, at least in my mind, I could be wrong here for you guys, but if you say no, you're saying my friend's happiness isn't important to me as, like, my weird like hangover with this girl that I had, years ago, where it's like, even if it was serious, like, it's not when you find somebody else, it's when you find the one, it's not
serious.
It's
not as relevant.
It's not as important.
With that being said, you still need to have that conversation with them.
You still should talk to them.
You still talk to them. One, for being on their side of it, they would need that conversation. You need to address it. They need to address it. And honestly, the significant other involved in this situation could probably be in that same room. And all of you just get everything on the table at once and address it and be like, yeah, this is fine. Or you find out right then and there, this is not going to work because of one person in the group, because we're forgetting that there is a whole nother side to this.
Yeah, which is the other girl.
The other girl.
Because now you guys are friends.
The significant other. Because
they'll be around now a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and how they handle things and how they want to go about things is a whole nother part to it.
Yeah, like, maybe it's just because I haven't had enough time, but, like, if any of you ever dated my ex, I would be, fucking
wrecked.
I'd be awful. Feel terrible.
Just
I
because
thought you were gonna say thrilled, and I was like,
because I say that doesn't mean that's the sentiment of everybody. I feel like it's situational. Maybe I don't know. Maybe when you were young, you watched like a parent cheat on the other, and it's just like something that's always in the back of your mind. Or maybe you have some sort of thing going on where it's a mental block. Sometimes we just have mental blocks on certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That's just everybody. I think everybody tries to live the perfect life, and the reality you can't. There's no possible way for you to get out of life without some sort of trauma from something. So somebody might have that trauma in that situation, be like, listen, I don't care about this girl. I haven't cared about her, but if you date her, I don't know why, it would just bother me. So, some sort of trauma that they have from whatever.
So what I'm thinking is because, like, how I told you, I was like, if you ever even dated them, I wouldn't even consider them to date them. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, maybe I just kind of, like, push that kind of onto you guys. So, like, anybody that I date is, like, off the table for you.
Yeah, which is cool, too, because,
But, like, that's what, like, I expect from you, even though you don't expect that from me.
Yeah, but that's a boundary that you have, so we would still try our best to probably respect that, It would be, like, we're talking about a rare circumstance here, but it does happen. Like, things like this do happen. And what Brian said is, you get you and the friend, you get your girl and his girl that used to be yours, and you say, listen, we're iceberg lettuce right now. And we're iceberg lettuce. And
iceberg lettuce.
We got to figure this out because, like, there's a lot of lettuce at this table right now.
We got to dice this
up. And it's not just regular lettuce.
Here.
It's iceberg. And we got to figure this the fuck out, okay? All right, Kyle. So you got all your questions out there. We got the DEF CONs situated. We got threat level midnight.
Mm-hmm.
We realized that my life is threat level Satan. I came upon that realization. So that should just about do it for the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show. We're going to head into the Raise Energy question for the boys, and we will round it out. All right. Here we are. Raise Energy question for the boys. Now, earlier in the show, we asked, what would your Super Bowl winning football lineup look like? And we had a draft. For the Raise energy question for the boys is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a draft. It's going to be which position in football do you think that each of the hosts would be best at on the football field? So let's talk about it. Who's got their list ready to go?
I already got mine in my head.
Kyle,
Damn it.
let's run through it.
All right. Wyatt, even though you're short, I would say that you'd probably be the best quarterback because you got the best
I'm like
arm.
a Kyler Murray.
You're definitely on like Kyler Murray.
I'm a Kyler Murray. I can't see over the line.
No, you can't, but you can throw that bitch.
Yes.
Yes. I really think that Brian's the best running back because Brian's low to the ground, he's strong, but
Yes.
he can't catch the ball to save his
Brian
No, I
cannot
fucking
fuck.
can't. But if
Brian's
you hand
got
me the
fucking
ball,
But if you
stone
hand him the
hands.
ball,
I've never fumbled in my life.
nope.
I've also dropped more passes than anyone I know in my life. So you
Yes.
hand me the ball, and I don't go down on the first hit, and I'm good. I'm
Yes.
good. I'd fit really well in the 1980s.
Yes, yes. He's a power running back for sure.
Yes.
Carter,
Okay.
I really think Carter would be a really great like linebacker or like a tight end.
Middle, like calling the plays. He's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
calling the plays, and then you know what's rare in the NFL these days is a solid middle linebacker who could cover the middle of the field when a tight end is running through it.
Yeah.
That's because that position's been taken over by the nickelbacker.
Exactly. So I feel like Carter could be like a pseudo Urlacher, but with more covering abilities.
That is a nickelbacker. That is
I'm
a
Okay.
offended.
that's a nickelbacker. That is the most valuable position on the defensive side of the ball.
it's
right
like a
now.
Darius Leonard.
Yeah.
Darius Leonard or a
Bobby Wagner.
No, Honey Badger.
He's a safety.
He's a safety, but now they made a new position basically for him called nickelbacker. It's that strong safety position where they basically played like a linebacker, but were faster and able to cover wide receivers and tight ends better.
Okay. All right.
So Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle. Okay. He's back.
Fire.
Carter. You have your list ready to go?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go to Brian.
I got a list. Wyatt, I want to see you play either a slot wide receiver
I knew it was coming.
or a scat back type of running
Listen,
back.
I bring my lunch pail to fucking work every day. I wear a blue collar.
Bro,
I've come through the middle of the field. I get
You
7
are-
concussions a week.
You are
I'm a
sneaky.
slot receiver.
You are sneaky agile. I will give you that.
that
and
an
you got
insult?
hands. No, it's not.
You're
That's like
pretty
a-
sneaky, actually.
No, I was thinking
No,
about
bro,
this.
it's like
When people say you're sneaky something, does that mean
It's
you
not-
suck or you
You're
look
No,
like
no.
you suck?
Well, it's surprising. So they were thinking
Like-
the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
when
it
I
means you
see
don't
you-
look agile, but you are.
No, what I mean by sneaky agile is when I go against you, I expect speed. I expect a little bit of change of direction and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I don't expect the explosiveness that would come from a change of direction. That
Yeah,
you
I'm
would
just
have.
explosive.
That's what it is.
I just fucking come off the ball.
That being said, Kyle, defensive end.
Yes.
D
I
end.
want you to have I want you to be a standing defensive end though. Almost like a linebacker, outside linebacker that walked up type deal.
Fire.
I don't want you to put your hand in the dirt. I want you to be able to roll out to the flats and cover or hold that edge.
Yeah.
Kind of against like a zone type read.
Oh, yeah, definitely do that.
And then the other one, schmaz. I like strong safety, traditional
Oh,
strong
fuck.
safety. I want you to
Ed
be able to come.
Reed.
Yes, I want you to be able to come full sprint down 10 yards back and smash into somebody, or see a play from across the field, watch the quarterback's eyes, and come in and make that one-handed grab. Oh yeah, give me the
Fire.
Fuck, I wish I would have said something different for Carter. All right, I'm going to go. I have Brian at fullback.
Yeah,
Now, they
that's-
say that low man wins, meaning low man is able to get the block off perfectly. There's
like
no
how there's
man.
just short jokes in all of mine.
No, this honestly isn't even a short joke because I've played a lot of football with Brian in my day. He gets low to the fucking ground. Like, even if he was 6 foot, his form, Brian is low to the
Nope.
ground.
it helps to be short, but nobody gets underneath my pad level.
Nobody
like
gets under
nobody gets
Brian's pad
underneath. Even
level.
when I played rugby or football, it didn't matter.
Brian's
No one
the
got
low man. You know what else Brian has? Because he used to just wrestle the fuck out of me when I was a kid. Brian has stone hands, and we already talked about how he can't catch, but those stone hands, they hurt when he's fucking wrestling you. And as a fullback blocking, when he runs up on somebody, and Brian would
If they're
100% be the guy, no gloves, just tape on his fingers, looks like a fucking badass. And he'd have that, like, you know the back pad, the
Yeah,
neck roll?
yes.
Brian would 100% have the neck roll.
Yeah.
Like, that is all Brian. Fullback, blocking. They give him one play a year. He fumbles it, but then they never give him another play.
I would not fumble it. I would just drop the pass.
Never
Yeah, you might
fumbles
drop
it.
the pass in the end zone. So
Yeah.
Brian's a fullback, 100%. Kyle, This one's a little unconventional. And it's going to sound like I'm insulting you at first, but this is a compliment.
Oh, no.
You're not very coordinated.
No.
You never have been.
No.
That's just a fact. But with the right coaching and the right skills coach.
This is going
No, hold
so
on. No.
bad.
This is the most important position in football other than the quarterback, arguably.
Are you going to say the kicker?
The right tackle. The right tackle blocks the quarterback's
I'm a
blind
right
side.
tackle.
Right tackle. Left
Do you
tackle.
know?
is
Oh,
the
sorry,
most
left
important.
tackle. Sorry, left tackle blocks the quarterback's blind side.
fair.
So when the defensive end, like a Von Miller, is coming around, you're the guy on the very
That's-
end of the line who's blocking so that the quarterback can step into the pocket and deliver a strike.
Okay.
Right. So you're the right tackle. The one thing you have, even though you're not coordinated, you could be coached to that. Like that is something you could be coached to. Case in point, I'm a big Broncos fan. We had a guy named Garrett Bowles we drafted from BYU. His first 3 years in the league, he was the most penalized left tackle in all of football. We almost cut him. We decided to keep him. He got a good coach. Because of his athletic ability and his big build, you have a frame. You have a big frame on you.
Yeah.
If you were able to build off of that frame and then you were able to learn the movements and learn not how to hold or do any of that other stuff, you would be a quarterback's dream where he doesn't even have an inkling that he's in trouble with you on the left tackle.
Real.
So
100%.
Left tackle up until recent times when all these random players started getting paid massive amounts of money was consistently the second highest paid player on the team outside of the quarterback.
'Cause you're blocking
because your
that
job
blind side.
is to protect the most expensive player on the team. You're the person that saves that quarterback's ass, and they tend to buy you cars and all kinds of fancy shit as gifts for saying, thank you for keeping my career alive for another year.
That also means
Fire.
you're going up against the Von Millers, TJ Watts,
You're
all
going-
those people, Dwight Freeney's.
You're going
up
against the
those
best
guys.
players on the entire other team.
But one thing, Kyle's not coordinated, but the one thing he is he can break down a game or any sort of like move that I've like ever. Like
Yeah,
I just see him do it all the time.
He'd be the best student. He'd be
So-
so great at breaking down film and putting it into real
He could,
terms.
he could look like a DeMarcus Ware who would do the fake spin move, or no, Dwight Freeney did the fake spin move. He could look at that and like look at foot positioning and be like, he's faking it this time, or he's actually going for it. So that's
Yeah.
what I say for Kyle.
That would be a good one. I actually, if you're going down the offensive side of the ball, I think offensive line it would be a great spot from you. That is actually the opposite of where I lined you up. Most of the time, an offensive tackle, a left tackle, does not have their foot in the ground, or does not have their hand in the ground,
Yeah,
so that you can go ahead and what'd you do?
nothing. Just keep going. Just keep going.
You could have you could have your hand off the ground, which actually I think suits you a lot better.
Yeah, I don't like getting on the ground.
Yeah, you have your hand off the ground.
He likes being on top.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, I like
pretty
being on
much.
top.
And you get to do all that. I actually think on the offensive line, though, you would fit better as the center, with the guy's hand right up your...
Yeah,
Shut the fuck
DEFCON 5.
Hey, we're not king shaming.
No king shame. And then Carter, I'm kind of mad because Brian had a way better one than me, but I said slot wide receiver for Carter. Coming across the middle, lunch pail to work,
He-
blue collar.
And then just get fucked.
Get fucked. He gets, especially if Jimmy G is throwing the ball,
Oh,
you're
fuck.
getting fucked up.
He'd be a different kind of slot wide receiver than you, though.
Yeah, but
he
he
wouldn't
would
be that
be like-
scat back. He'd be that power slot.
Yeah, he would.
He'd be closer to a tight end.
He would
that
power
plays wide
slot.
out.
He'd go deep into the zone. He'd go deep into it. Maybe spread it open a little bit, open it up a tad, and he would
You just get it in.
he would really score.
He would rip defenses.
He
into
would
him.
rip defenses
man.
apart, dude. He
Oh,
would just
he'd-
spread them open and just
especially the
Go
first
really
game.
into those.
Especially
Get it
first
in
game of the
yes,
season.
yes.
That's
And it might take him a little bit to get like fully into his mode. What would
He
you
might-
say? Like fully hard?
I
Like,
would
it
say-
would take him a second.
for
but-
him to be able to go hard. He'd probably take him to the second half. He's a second half player.
He's a second half player.
But finishes really strong in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, he grows more as the game goes along. He's not like a showstopper at the beginning.
No.
He grows as the game
he has
goes.
to get a few catches in, a few
Yeah.
little trick plays here and there.
Yeah.
And then the ball really gets rolling.
Yeah. Exactly. Carter, your list.
God damn it. Why I have one memory of you, and that's a lefty QB.
Yes,
at
sir.
Elementary recess.
There we go,
So
baby.
that's your-
Let's throw in dimes.
You're the
are
only
the
you're the only guy I could actually catch a ball from.
Yeah, that's true.
Brian, I didn't know you can't catch, but I had you at a corner or like a hunter run.
Well, that
Listen,
actually makes sense because
corner-
if he's corners, they can't catch.
Listen,
Yeah.
corner. I actually used to play corner, and I could cover actually really well,
All right, then we're-
and I could run with
we're-
everybody. I could make it so the quarterback did not want to throw to them, but there was no threat of an interception.
Yeah,
thrown
because
to
you
me.
couldn't catch.
But there was always a threat of it being swatted the fuck down.
Oh, so
There
you
you
can
go.
play. You can play as a Niner.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because
Shut the
they can't
fuck
catch
up.
the interceptions
Yeah,
that they get
especially
thrown
easy.
that
Yeah,
they
with
get
all the
gifted.
with all the shit he talks on the Niners, you'd think he's a Cardinal fan.
No, he's a Bengals
No, I'm
fan.
a
I've
Bengals
heard.
fan.
Yeah, he's a Bengals.
He's a Bengals fan, a Cardinals
hey,
fan, a
wait,
Cowboys
wait.
fan,
Hold on, time out. Who did the?
a Texans fan.
Who's the Bengals lost both times when they went to the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
don't
it's the
even remember.
Niners. Oh shit!
I wasn't even
information.
born yet.
Wait,
Oh,
Kyle,
no.
you live in the past still?
Gosh,
Hey,
damn.
listen, 6 rings, baby.
You know what? After Kyle said that, I'm going with my second option of Kyle.
Oh, no.
Single bar punter.
The punter.
Single bar, go.
Single bar,
Single
punter.
bar.
The single bar punter.
Oh, no
Just
respect for that.
the saddest helmet ever. It just looks
so
so
bad.
sad.
I'm the best single bar punter you ever seen.
There we
baby.
go. His punts go like 32 yards maximum. Like that, he's just going nowhere with it. His fucking coach is just screaming at him.
I'm like the punter from fucking what was that show?
Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
He's the punter when he walks out. The other team cheers.
Yeah, exactly. All right, boys. Well, that should just about do it for the show, episode 72. Get out there and enjoy yourself some season 12. So far, it's been so good, and we hope that it continues to be that way. We got a lot in store coming in the future of the show, so stay tuned, stick around. Thank you guys once again for listening. As always, we'll catch you guys next week. See you.
See ya.